Fine.
This character kills me! I think everything is done. I hope so. All I hope is that there's nothing poking out when it comes to like color and stuff. But you're only propping the head, right?
I forgot the drill battery was in the back.
Boo. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear the laundry? Oh, okay. Well, if you can't, that's a good thing. How you doing, Dan? All right. Now I just need to get everybody's screen set up and we will be good to go. All right, we're clicking over to a live screen, guys, just so you know.
The background. How do I switch my background?
Right click on your picture.
Where's my picture? I mean the screen I'm on? Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
in
it
Discord
says
you should be able to right
profile.
click on your picture and then you'll see change video background.
It's not on hers for some reason. I remember we were having that problem before and I couldn't figure out why.
Well, because if you right click on anybody else's picture, you don't get that option. If you right click on yours, you should get the option.
Oddly, no.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
You broke it.
I know it. Maybe I'll close out and try to come back in.
Ah! All right, well, now I've got to wait. So we're getting a word from Hermit that he's got sound on the PC, but not on the Xbox feed. That's not good. All right, 1 second. I'm going to go check and see if she's doing okay over there.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You coming to help?
Yeah, are you back in Discord?
Yeah, I guess, but
Okay.
it looks so weird.
No. And normally it's right here. I don't know why it's not on yours. All right. Well, are you okay with it like this right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just turn towards the curtain or something. Ah!
I mean, at least your house isn't a mess, right?
Well, it kind of is.
Not from what we can see.
Right? Yeah. People have put up
We're gonna hide
way
over here.
worse.
There we go. Ooh, I'm shoved into the, like, this is between the bed and the wall because I wanted better lighting. So.
All right. So I think I actually have these set up right where the cameras are.
Only if you slouch some because that's your chin.
Yeah. I think I smacked my camera around. Well, nothing wants to work today, apparently. All right. Yeah, I can make myself really skinny if I want to. All right, well, that's about as good as it's going to get, guys. Let's see. We left off, and most of you were in the chapel, I believe, in the room in the chapel with the giant Oculus. And all except for one of you. So
somebody was snuggling with an ogre.
Yeah, exactly. So Brahm and Aspent, you woke up in there. Rollis, you wake up to an interesting morning. You're snuggled with a bunch of furs and puppies and a large ogre, and he is snoring quite loudly next to you. You're not entirely sure what the hell happened last night, but you're pretty sure it wasn't this, whatever this may imply.
You woke up with Potty.
Yep.
You had a party with Potty.
Yeah.
Right.
Aspent and Brahm, you guys wake up, and Honku is not in the room with you, but he did leave a note stating that he was going to go find out a little bit more about basically some of his past. He noticed that the person that was trading furs had actually had something of his cultural heritage, so he went to go investigate that.
Okay.
Anyhow, you two wake up. Well, all three of you wake up. Two of you in an expected place and one of you unexpectedly. So is there anything that you'd like to do currently?
Let y'all go first.
I mean, just waking up, I'm probably going to be looking for food at this point. And I mean, what time does the church doing meals around here?
Yeah, you guys probably already woke up a little too late for their breakfast because it was pretty damn early, like I believe 6:30 or something like that. You guys can go over to the tavern and get some food if you'd like, though.
Okay, I'll head that way then.
All right, how about you, Aspen?
And I'll see if
Yeah,
Rollis
I
is
think
awake
I'll go
yet or
as
not.
well.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume I asked Brahm about last night, or maybe I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should maybe ask why there's two people missing from your party.
Oh, why there's an additional person missing?
Yeah.
We had a lot to drink, and Rollis was heavy. So we left him in care of someone.
Wow, where did you leave him?
We're gonna go check on him.
Oh my gosh, I hope he's okay.
I'm sure he's
Our
fine.
first night in the village. You know, I thought we would just have a calm night and go to sleep, but
Well, the
there's nothing to
townspeople
be
are
done about
very
it now.
welcoming. We're very welcoming. We were just taking part of, the local culture, and he was heavy.
I just really hope you haven't ruined our reputation. I am
I'm sure
associated.
it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure they've seen worse. Do you guys leave the chapel?
Yeah, I'll leave the chapel and I'll head toward Poddy's hut.
All right, what are you doing, Ross?
Well,
You're still
As I'm
snuggled to an
waking up.
ogre.
oh, okay. We're all waking up. Sticky drool all over my face, probably some foam, maybe a little vomit.
Oh yeah, it pretty much tastes like you've been eating out of a cat box and an ashtray mixed. Your head is pounding. All the light is too bright, even though there's not much coming through this little cart. And the snoring, dear God, the snoring is killing your head.
Yeah, I'm groaning then, just like looking around, like, where the fuck am I? What did they do? What did I do?
Probably the better question.
Like, but I'm gonna look over and see what that noise is like going on. Still kind of, I'm happy at least that I'm in like a home, not just outside.
Well, I wouldn't call it a home. It's a very small cart that's just wrapped in furs, like ceiling to floor, and And you're sharing the space with an ogre. I mean, it's kind of like being stuck in the back of a minivan with a 10-foot tall person.
Once again, better than the dirt. I will thank my friends for that, at least.
The back
yeah,
end
I'm
of this
gonna
cart's
look over-
open, so it's pretty easy to get out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I want to look at my my bedmate, because he is pretty loud.
Well, he's gigantic. He is heavily scarred. He's got his hair pulled back into kind of a little ponytail, kind of a faux hawk ponytail. He's half blind. He's got some pretty serious scars that cover half of his face down one side, and that eye is milky. Like, obviously can't see anything. Not that you can see his eyes with them closed. He is out. But, yeah.
So even if I, like, maybe try to jostle him just to thank him real quick, he won't wake up.
You're going to jostle a sleeping ogre.
Just, like, shake him a bit.
Yeah, no, he's not waking up anytime soon.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to shimmy my way out then. And if I see him again, I'll thank him later. And I'm pretty sure as I'm getting out of this little cart, I'm probably sure I fall. It's like slip.
Yeah, can you see on the map where I'm pinging? Okay, that's approximately where you are at. So, Can you guys see your tokens on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for the tokens.
Of course. They were fun.
All right, you guys come out here. This is kind of the general market area that you can see around you. Over here is the wise woman's hut that the guy was telling you about. This, of course, was the longhouse. This is the marketplace that you guys were in. The chapel, of course, right here. You guys are located in a room right underneath this section.
Okay.
The tavern, if you're looking for it, is right here. And its back is up against this ginormous, well, not ginormous, but it's pretty damn big building made out of stone. And it's a tower that rises up about 5 stories approximately. Not a lot of windows on it. Pretty bleak. Everything else is made out of wood here with a few cobblestones here and there, but that's about it. And this thing is made entirely of stone. But yeah, the tavern is right here, the Tavern and Inn, and it's about 4 stories tall itself. But yeah. So you see your friend Rawless over there, who you so kindly plopped into a cart.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
morning,
I'll take
Rawless.
those stairs over there. Yeah, to go get him.
Yeah, Aspen, you see Rawless climbing out of the back of somebody's cart.
See, I told you he was gonna be fine.
This time of day, you guys can already hear like all the market hawkers and everything going off to the edge. Not a whole lot of activity. It's pretty damn cold out, and it's a little bit windy, but.
So did you miss me last night?
No, I mean, you were heavy. I didn't want to carry you all the way back to the chapel, take a chance of hurting you. Potty looked like a good place to leave you. You want to go get some breakfast?
Fuck yes. Anything to get my head out of this right now. Oh man.
Clear that last night haze out.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna be joining us, hon?
I'll be joining you. Maybe I can help bring some sense to all this. I mean, really, we just got here. We have nowhere else to go. We really need to be careful about our interactions for a while.
We're being careful. It's just, we just
Yeah.
escaped slavery. We were just having one night of fun, to celebrate our freedom.
All anybody standing around is hearing
I
is, but
understand. So
Mom.
this is
Yeah.
okay. I understand this is a one-time thing. We've all been through a lot of stress and trauma. Let's just try to keep it together.
Yeah.
All right.
Try.
You guys head over to the tavern. So let's go ahead and see if my skills are capable of doing this here. All right, now I just need to pull you guys over. All right, did that change the maps for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
I
All
see
right.
tables.
Yes, you also see the counter at which you got ridiculously drunk at.
Good times.
Let's see. Let me get all your tokens in here. I know you guys don't have control of them yet, but I haven't set that up. But we'll just deal with it.
Okay.
So anyways, you guys, the entrance is over here. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Entrance is over here. What's side entrance over here? You guys come in and you see the balding innkeep, and he sees the two of you and he just grins and cheers and he's like, would you like some horns?
Too early for horns.
Yeah, thanks for the offer, but
And
maybe later tonight.
he notices the priest, the cleric standing next to you, and he suddenly like kind of washes his hands off on his washcloth and bows to you, and he's like, "Milady, we haven't been introduced."
It's a pleasure to meet you. I turned in early last night, so I didn't join my friends.
Well, can I interest
understand
you?
It was an interesting night, though.
Oh, quite. It was quite a good time. I'm sure it'll be all the talk of the town later.
I'm afraid it probably will be.
Can I interest you in some
Nothing
breakfast?
bad
Some beer? Some ale? Mead? Milk?
I'd like some tea and some breakfast, please.
All right. The innkeep goes about his fussing. He talks to the barmaid, and the barmaid goes back into the kitchen. He pulls out a really old set of tea. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically china and a pot. He gets the pot going, gets some hot water in there, and starts making the tea. You can hear rumblings around in the kitchen. It smells really, really good, especially to you, Rollis.
Oh, yeah.
After a little while, the barmaid comes out and sets platters down in front of you. There's a lot of sausage, eggs, you name it. Picture the ideal kind of English breakfast and then toughen it up a little bit. There you go.
Can I ask the bartender real quick? I want to just look at him and be like, do you have anything like drink-wise or food-wise that could help with my head a bit?
Well,
Not feeling too hot this morning.
let's find out. All right. He's like, well, we've got a bit of hair of the dog if you're willing to try it. Not many of the locals are, but just depends on how bad you're feeling.
You saw me. I don't want to go into detail with the pretty miss over here, so I think I'll pick it. I'm not
I'm
desperate.
sure I'll hear it soon enough.
Yes.
So the innkeep is being told by the barmaid that they're serving mutton or boar stew today. Just for your information, the barkeep goes into the back, or not the barkeep, the innkeep goes into the back. And after a few minutes, he brings out this wooden mug, and he's got what looks like kind of a metal scraper, and he scrapes something off into the mug, and you hear it plop into some liquid and start to fizz. And he sets it down in front of you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
House secret.
All right. Brace myself.
You gonna give it a
I'm
try?
gonna chug it. Oh, I'm gonna chug it.
Give me a Constitution check.
Oh God.
Constitution saving throw, I guess.
Let's see. Da-da-da. No, my man. Constitution. Pray to the dice heavens. No. Why do you betray me, dice?
Well, okay. You don't necessarily retch, but you kind of, it doesn't go down well. You're hiccuping, you're burping. It burns like absolute hell. You have no idea what it is. So even if it did cure your hangover, whatever it did to you otherwise makes up for it.
God. Try to be somewhat presentable in front of the mist. I'm not making a great impression.
All right.
I'm gonna put a hand on Rawls' shoulder and be like, maybe the stars will guide you to a little healthier future here. And I'm gonna give him guidance with that on his next Constitution save for recovering from hangover.
Thank you, bro. Any prayers would be appreciated.
I will also pray for both of you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Pray for
I
some
appreciate that,
guidance.
hun. I whispered to Brom real quick, be like, I feel like I'm living with my mother all over again.
Oh. Do you guys remember if the father was going to have you meet him at a specific time?
I never talked to the father.
Do you remember, Lisa? I don't think
I don't know
so.
that that's where we left off. I left off doing chores,
Right.
and then I
Mhm.
think we made other plans.
Mhm. Mhm.
Bed after the chores.
Okay. Well, you guys do have a meeting with
Hinted
the.
that I could be of help.
What's that?
Sorry. I was just saying he was the only I interacted with him when I first went into the church, and he said, showed me to the room, said, "I think you'll be good help," and that was all the interaction.
Okay. We're just going to go ahead and throw that in there. I might have looked over that, unfortunately. But the Father Henchley, did have a meeting set up for you guys today. That was part of the room and board that he was giving you.
Okay.
So that's probably going to be about noonish. So if there's anything that you would like to do before then, I don't know if you want to use this time to go over your spell list as a cleric or not, so that you have spells for the day. Do you want to talk to Dan about that?
Yes.
Okay. Now would be a good time.
We forgot to discuss that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Let's see. I think you can actually access her character sheet.
That would be
So.
great.
And Rollis be trying to flirt with the barmaid while they converse a little bit. He just
Well-
wants some company.
Yeah, you stink to high hell. You kind of smell like wet dog mixed with like rubbing alcohol. I don't know how well that's going to go over, but you can try.
Yeah. So Dan, basically, I just feel like I'm too water and food heavy on the spells.
Okay.
So I was trying to get something maybe a little more useful.
Okay, I'm going to use this while you guys are doing this. I'm going to use this for a bathroom break real fast.
Ah, yeah. Maybe Rollis should go clean his ass. So stinky.
I'm trying to see where can I see the spell options again?
Let's see. So let's see, what's your wisdom modifier? So modifier of 4. So you have 5 spells right now that you can have paired. So bless is not a bad one to have.
I'm trying to see where I can change it.
That's a lot. Gonna take quite a bit to do through the site itself.
Okay.
Because you have to manually punch it all in at this point. But bless lets you. It's a concentration spell up to 1 minute.
Okay.
And you give us an additional 1d4, or you can go up to up to 3 targets of your choice. And whenever they make an attack roll, saving throw before the spell ends, they can add a d4 and add that number to the roll.
Is that a regular spell or a cantrip?
That's a first level spell.
And I can only cast that so many times, right?
Yeah, because you can cast twice. Is what it is. Twice per long rest.
Okay. That helps. So I think I'll do that. I'll replace my create or destroy water with that.
And then let's see here. And then do you want like something for damaging or healing or a buff
I have a damage.
through your cantrips or
but I
with your
think,
first level?
let's see. Oh shoot. Clicked on it. So I've got that inflict wounds.
That's a first level.
Okay.
And that's, yeah.
And you also have guiding bolt, which is probably going to be your go-to.
Yeah.
But Dan also has that, so I was wondering about switching. I mean, I know we can both have it, but
maybe
a long distance destruction, because with the inflict wounds, I have to touch them.
Yeah, inflict wounds you have to touch. Guiding bolt will be good for your long distance there. Because I mean, you can have 5 first level spells, but you're only going to be able to cast twice right now.
I'm going to come rescue the dog. I can hear him.
Yeah.
Any spells, like it's not the same spell twice, it's any spells I can only do twice. Or I mean, I can only do one of each or 2 of the same, and then it's
out of those 5 spells, you only get to cast twice. Like just you get to whatever 5 you choose out of those 5 you choose, you only get 2 castings to use from those 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's once basically every long rest. Sanctuary is not a bad one because I mean it can give you a temporary reprieve, but that's it in case you get swarmed kind of a thing. Shield of Faith is a good reaction one that will boost your AC. So that's not a bad one either. But I would definitely stick with the guiding bolt.
Sanctuary is really nice.
Okay.
What's that?
I had that for my artificer.
You guys have it figured out?
Let's just leave it at that then. Yeah, so instead of create or destroy water, I'm going to replace that with bless.
Okay.
I don't want to change too much because I'm relying heavily on the descriptions on the screen, and I can't actually put that one into the official's character sheet yet, so I can't reference it.
Gotcha.
I can work on that tomorrow for you if you want. That's fine.
Well, I'll have more time too. It just I've been doing taxes for like the last 24 hours, so.
Right.
All right, so the 3 of you
but yeah, I'd like to get it worked out.
The 3 of you are still sitting at the bar. You're going to get your spells put together, which basically just is your character praying to your god and getting some guidance as far as like what you're wanting to do for the day. Kind of a meditation. Roz, what were you doing? You're muted.
You're muted.
There we go.
My bad.
That's okay.
Probably seeing the disgust of that barmaid made me like sniff myself, like, oh, fuck, I need a bath.
Probably be wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give myself a little sploosh, a bit, so I don't offend.
Okay. Yeah, the baths would be found here at the tavern.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sorry.
I'd rather go jump in the horse trough, one of the 2. That would probably be the better choice, though.
Yeah.
So you asked the innkeep about that?
Yeah. Hey, you guys have any baths that I can use?
They do. It'll take probably about an hour to get set up as they get heated water and whatnot up to the bathroom. But it'll be 5 copper for that. And go and get yourself washed. I don't think there's going to be anybody to assist you today.
What time is it right now?
It's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
You guys have a few hours yet.
Damn. So I can't get our cute little cleric to help me. It's like-
um,
I have a question.
sure.
Is there baths at the chapel, or is like the inn is it?
The inn is pretty much it. People might have their own like personal baths, like where they just heat up water over their stoves and dump it into a kind of a big old cauldron type thing. There is some baths, but it's kept for most of the clergy down in their personal like chambers.
So if I wanted a bath, it would be a good time.
Yeah.
Tavern.
Yep. It'd be a good time at the
I
tavern.
want one.
All right. They're 5 copper apiece. Yeah, they'll arrange for some baths. Let's see. I need to look at the maps real quick here. Yep, there. Looks like there's one bathroom. You guys might have to split. There's 2 bathtubs in it, but I think you guys would probably want to split your time. So.
I'm sharing.
Yeah, but Mother Prude it feels otherwise.
Aspent wouldn't do that though.
Yeah, I know. At this point.
All right, you guys get cleaned up. You're pretty well fed. You guys can smell the stews and whatnot cooking in the back for the rest of the day. And it is getting close. Is there any market or anything like that you guys wanted to do?
Before we leave, actually, I want to talk to the innkeep real quick.
Sure.
Can you get Potty some a large breakfast on me?
Yeah, I can arrange for that.
Yeah, I mean, how much is that going to cost? I mean, he's a big guy, so.
Let's see. Like, why don't you go ahead and roll a persuasion real quick while you're talking to him? We'll see if he does it for free.
Okay. Let's see how this -1 goes.
You can do it. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Yeah, he's gonna charge you a silver for that, because he realizes how big the ogre is.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, in the bathroom, it is a really large bathroom, and there are curtains that are drawn around the tubs. So take that as you will.
Sure pretty sure that still won't convince her.
Probably not.
But basically, I'm going to arrange a breakfast for Potty for taking care of Rawless through the night, and then I'm going to go put some time in at the clergy before our meeting with the father.
Okay. All right. So you guys head back over to the church then? All right. Chapel, first floor. Let's pull you guys to it. All right. Did that pop up for you?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So
It's in the middle of it.
yeah, it's a gigantic statue of what they call the Allfather. Very Nordic looking, very he's hooded. He appears to be holding some sort of gilded egg, some sort of giant gilded egg. Kind of looks like a Fabergé egg, but you're not entirely sure. It almost looks like there's something crystalline and moving in it, but you can't quite tell. At his back, he's got a large staff, and hanging from the top of it is a lantern. But yeah, that's the god that they worship here. But yeah, this is the church, the chapel, as it were. You can see tall, like timber, like giant wooden timbers or giant logs, basically holding up the structure. These columns here. And I will try to actually show you your room now that we have this up here. Let's see. I believe that's. Let me make sure. Yep, that would be it. Okay. So if I pull you over here, then your room
Dang.
would be here.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Anyhow, so you guys are back at the church, and you have just a little bit of time before your meeting with Father Henchley. Anything you need to do, or just wait until the meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to assist around the church with whatever's needed.
Okay.
Since they
I
are
was
putting this
gonna-
up, so.
Well, I was gonna ask. Can I like find somebody to ask about that like kooky egg? It's very fascinating. It's very pretty.
You can probably ask the father about it. Well, he's in his bed, so you guys are gonna have to go to him. Well, they'll escort you to him later. You can ask any one of the acolytes that's wandering around.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
two of them.
Yeah,
So-
give him a little gentle tap on the shoulder.
Let me pull them up here. All right. There is. Do you remember me telling you about Brother Drelden? He's looks almost albino. Yep. Not quite,
Yeah.
but he looks pretty close to albino.
I think he gave Brahm and Haku like a little like seeing them late at night, and was gonna keep his mouth shut about them sneaking
Right. He did. You see him, and you can ask him about it. And he's wandering around, just administering to the candles and various other chapel duties.
Okay, then I'll go up to him and tap him lightly on his shoulder. Oh, excuse me, I just wanted to ask, that egg on the statue, it's really pretty, but I'm curious, is it full of magic? Is that what that is?
He looks over at the statue and kind of just, you can see almost like this like mask of awe just kind of creep across his face. He kind of went into zealot form there. And he tells you that he doesn't really know. He's still new to this entire thing. Still in his learning, rather. That's why he's still an acolyte. So he's not entirely aware what all the representation is.
Would the father know? Like more in detail, like what could possibly be inside if there is something inside?
Well, you can always ask him. You'll be meeting with him shortly, but his time is fairly short. He's not feeling the best, so you may want to pick your questions wisely.
Has he been sick? Is it just recently that he's gotten sick?
It's not horribly sick, just his health is not the best. He's bedridden a lot of days. Yeah.
Oh.
Some days are worse than others.
Oh my. Okay.
He says, speaking of, it's probably time to round up your friends and so you can go talk to them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
I'll go up to.
Go ahead.
Aspect. Oh no, I was just saying I'll go up to Brahm and Aspect and be like, hey, I was told that we should probably get ready to go see the father.
Okay.
Drelden's there with you. He just kind of followed up right behind. He's got his hands kind of tucked into his cuffs, and he's right behind you, just kind of ready to escort you.
I look back and freak out. Oh, no. I wasn't expecting him to be behind me.
You guys see, the other acolyte there, Sister Ada. She actually comes out into the church proper, and she is escorting Father Henchley. So instead of going to his room, he's being brought out here. He's walking pretty slow. He's got a hold of her arm. But they come up to you. And the father says, if you wouldn't mind, do you mind if we talk privately? And he looks at both of his acolytes. They kind of look at each other, and they nod and walk into the back. And Father Henchley looks at you, and he's like, well, I hate to say this, but I actually do have a favor I need to ask for you for room and board. You look pretty hardy and hale, and as you can see, I'm not any longer. I can't make any journeys. I need you to investigate the ruins that we have up on the mountain. He kind of points off down to the south where the ruins you guys saw earlier. And he says, I can't do this myself, and even if I could, the town would not look kindly on it. They believe the ruins are cursed and won't go near them. If you decide to take me up on this, there is pay to be found, but there's probably more things that you could find in there yourselves. But I need you to at least investigate it and see if it's worth it or not to continue your investigation in there. There are church matters that were lost in there a long time ago. 80 years ago was a hell of a time. We don't know what happened. It just seemed to... We don't know if it was a dragon attack. We have no idea. And we need to know these things. I don't think the people...
In particular you're looking for, or...
I'm sure if you saw it, you would know.
Okay.
This is not something I would bring up with the townsfolk. They won't look too kindly on it. You may have to sneak out there. And I know I'm asking you this, but I'm asking you in secrecy to please do this for me.
Okay.
Do you guys?
Of
Well,
course.
I mean, we could just tell the townsfolk if they ask any questions that we're going out to gather you some herbs for your health.
That could work. There's always investigation further down the mountain where the attack was on your caravan. There have been elf and orc problems, well, dark elf and orc problems for some time around this area. So,
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good cover.
Is there anything we should be worried about or warned about?
while I imagine any number of things could have taken up residence at any point in time, it's been 80 years. I would stay on your toes, but you look like you can manage yourselves. So this is why I'm asking you. I know the townspeople themselves wouldn't do it, and it's most fortuitous that you're here.
I think it's the least we could do. You guys took us in.
I mean, you are putting a roof over our head and helping us get back on our feet. So
And he's like,
the
yeah,
least we can do.
I don't want it to be an imposition, but it would be incredibly helpful if you could do this for me. I'll leave it to your discretion when you choose to go, and I will try my best to cover for you.
Like I
But
said, we can just stick to we're looking for herbs for your health.
I appreciate that. He walks up to each of you and he presses like a little gold coin into your hand, kind of very grandfatherly, like, here's your $5 for Christmas type thing. And with that, he seems pretty winded, and he motions for the acolytes to come over and help him back to bed. And he just looks back over his shoulder as he's being walked away and says, "Thank you, I appreciate this." And they take him away. But you don't see the acolytes come back. They were probably tending to him. It might have been too rigorous for him.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
dun dun dun, plot hook.
Right?
I guess we're going on an adventure.
Yeah,
how far away is the ruins about? Do you know? Or
probably about a third of a mile away. It's a hell of an upward hike though, because you guys are. The way this mountain is it's a kind of a dual peak, with one peak being higher than the other, and the keep is up on top of the higher peak. You guys are situated in a village on the slightly lower peak, and it's about a third of a mile up a giant saddleback that goes up there. It's a little bit treacherous. You can see it's pretty steep, or you would have noticed that on your way in. So if you fall, it's not going to be happy.
okay.
Yeah. You do know. We'll kind of go back here a little bit to the father, but he would have told you that there is an underchamber to the ruins. So once you get to the ruins proper, there is actually underchambers where, most of the livestock was kept and things of that nature, most of the room and board for all the people that were there.
Okay.
And it's like,
So anyways, I'd leave it to your discretion if you guys want to go and talk to anybody in the town, if you want to gear up, if you want to meditate, if you want to, whatever it is that you choose to do.
I'd say very least we get a pack mule because we
Yeah.
don't know what we're going to be hauling out of there if we do haul anything out. And
do we know?
having a little extra carrying what could help out with that.
Yeah. Should we
Okay,
also like
so-
maybe?
And then that frees us up because at the very least we can put our backpacks on a couple pack mules, and if we do encounter anything, so.
Okay.
Should we get like rations and maybe some stuff to help
Yeah.
heal us if we get attacked?
So, sister, if you want to get us a couple pack mules, and we can get the trail we can get our supplies, and we can all meet up.
There is a stable here in town, by the way. It's literally right next door to the church. What you don't see is the fence that Hermit had actually drawn in on this map, and I do not have on this one for some reason. But yeah, there's mules and horses that are over at that stable.
Okay.
I will head over there and see what I can obtain.
Okay, so you're going to talk to the proprietor of the stable? Let's see here.
Yes.
And Rallis and I will head to the market, and we'll see if he can work his charms again and get us a couple discounts on getting supplies.
That's right.
Yeah. Gotta throw that charm. It's the face. It's the face.
while you guys are out in town, you see Potty. He's over sitting on his cart, and he has this absolutely gigantic. It's like a serving tray where he'd set all the plates to go and like serve a table. Except that's his plate. They brought him out a huge breakfast. He's pretty pleased about that. Just for your information.
If he happens to look at us, I doubt he will. But if he does happen to look at us, I'll give him a wave.
Let me roll his perception here real quick.
I'm sure he's pretty distracted right now.
Oh my god.
He notices everything with his one good eye.
Right? He fixes you down in the middle of the street, and basically you just see this toothy, sausage-filled grin, and he just waves a big old paw.
Rallis is gonna shut up. Thanks for the cuddling last night.
At that, you see a handful of villagers just kind of like stop basically in their tracks and look in your direction.
It was more.
I'm just gonna head to the stable. I
All
pick
right.
up the pace a little bit on my way.
All right. We're going to start with
They're
you.
like, hey, that was warm, all right?
Right? You were
He's a
safe.
great
That's the
cuddler.
important thing.
Right, yeah. Good guy.
All right, you get over to the stable area, and the entire town has, I mean, it smells like a village. There's kind of the ever-present smell of manure and stuff like that, but it gets stronger as you go over here. You're greeted by a half-elven woman. She looks to be half-dark elf, which is a little odd. So she has the white hair and the incredibly dark skin. Her name is Namari. And as you're looking around, you don't really see any mules, but you see a bunch of goats, a couple horses and some goats. When you talk to her about some interest in pack mules for an expedition to go out and find herbs or whatever it is that you're telling her, she motions to these goats and says that they have pack goats that you can basically be accompanied with. And she looks at you curiously. Are you wanting to buy the goats, or are you just using them for a while and returning them?
My friends and I don't think we'd need to purchase them, but what would be the options and prices for both?
Well, let's see. Well, it depends on how long you want them for. If you're just going for a night, for a day, for a week.
And that's what I don't know, because we're gonna go look for herbs and just explore some. We're new in town, not sure what we're gonna find, so it definitely wouldn't just be a night.
All right. Well, what if I
But I
charge
don't know
you?
how long.
She's going to haggle with you a little bit here, but this is up to you. She's how about 1 silver per goat per night that you keep them, and you keep them fed. But that's going to be an extra 5 copper per day for each one, and I'll give you the feed.
And that's per goat.
Per goat.
God,
How many do you have available?
2.
How much should
Okay.
you buy them outright?
Exactly, yes,
Mhm.
that's an option too.
I don't know. I don't know if she's necessarily wanting to part with them. She's pretty close with the goat.
Okay.
She is not wanting to part with them. Doesn't mean she can't be persuaded, but yeah, if that's brought up, she seems really hesitant.
Is there any way that we could make a deal, maybe do a little bit better deal with the price of the goats? Maybe you're looking for some herbs or something and you haven't had time or the ability to go?
I don't particularly know of any herbs that I'd be looking for, but there's a particular type of thistle that grows out there, and if you happen to run across it, the goats happen to love it. They go mad over it. So maybe I can pitch in the food for free if you promise to bring me back a few pounds of that thistle. It's very distinct. It's bright purple in nature.
I think that'll be fine. It's not poisonous or harmful to humans, is it?
I wouldn't recommend eating them. I haven't eaten them myself.
No. I just meant to pick them.
To pick them, no. I would still wear gloves. It may sting your fingers a bit of a purplish hue, but picking them, no, you should be fine.
Okay. Well, then I promise to be on the lookout for those, and we'll bring them back for you.
All right. She reaches out her hand and, for a shake, brings it right up to you. You can see that it's still obviously covered in dirt, or what you're hoping is dirt for somebody who shovels poop for half their living. For a shake on the deal.
Great.
After a few minutes, she brings the goats out, a pair of them. One's very dark gray, looks pretty damn healthy though, and the other one close to snowball white. They're just sitting there chewing away on some hay. They have kind of like a harness on them, which looks like you can attach various things to. It's a few leather straps, kind of like goes around the chest and the neck and up around the back and stuff. There's clips on it. And what appears to be just kind of rope leashes to lead them with.
Okay. And is that all the equipment available for them, or do they actually have packs?
Oh, I've got a couple packs I can... Yeah, I'll just get you a couple.
To help get the thistles back to you.
She goes and rummages for a second. She brings out kind of a couple of grubby packs. They've probably been stuffed with things that you don't really want to know about, but they're suitable. They're leather. They have a few pouches on each of them and kind of a big open flap for the top of it. Seems to be fur-lined, but it's hard to tell because the fur would be matted and caked. But yeah, she fastens those to the fasteners on the goat harnesses, and there's 2 giant bags on there. So you're probably assuming about 50, 60 pounds can fit in each bag.
Do the goats have names?
Sure. Not ones that I had thought of.
I know their names.
Well, we call this one Snow Peak.
You're very close to them, I can see.
You're a butt. We call this one Snow Peak, and the other one is Avalanche.
Oh, cute.
Snow Peak and Avalanche. I like that. Okay, would it be possible to not take them just yet? I need to confer with my friends that will be joining me to make sure we have all the supplies we need before we take off.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is their home. They're welcome here anytime.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. I will be back as soon as possible.
All right. So you're going to head out, try to find your friends?
Yes.
Okay, let's cut over to them real quick. Brom and Rollis, what are you doing? You went out to find some gear?
Yeah, or we probably headed over to the market.
There is actually a gear shop here. Let's see. Or is it in the trading hall? Oh, no, there is actually a gear shop here in town. Let me mark it for you real quick. It's not too far from the tavern. Right here.
Okay.
So, and there is a guy in there. He has just a bunch of weird random crap. So is that where you're going to go?
Yeah. We can stop there first, so.
Okay. So you guys go to the gear shop, and it is literally called Tyndall Tharn's Gear Shop. When you go in there, you can see a whole bunch of, a lot of supplies are like ropes, what is it, pythons, I think? Can't quite remember the name. Hopefully I'm not.
Yeah, the climbing pythons.
Yep. Various hooks, various harnesses, ropes, lots of baggage. He does have a lot of other odds and ends in various places. Got a kind of a weird stack of books off in one corner. They're not sure if they're his or not. But yeah, anyways, you enter. He seems a little vivacious. You guys enter into his shop, and he kind of perks up and looks over at you. Can I help you?
Just need to get some supplies. We're gonna head outside of town for probably a few days, so.
Well, I just happen to sell supplies. What are you looking for?
Oh, I mean, we're gonna need some bedrolls and probably a couple of tents and climbing supplies just in case, and some rations and.
So basically, we're just out of game. We'd be talking about basically like just a few explorers packs is kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check real quick, both of you.
thing I have high perception.
All right, Rollis. Holy shit.
You rolled better than I did.
Maybe it's your hangover, but those prices seem fucking outrageous.
That's why we brought him.
He's haggling for a little bit, and he's like, trying to get you interested in all this various gear that you probably would never need in your life. But he's telling you the prices on just like some of the rope and the packs, some of the bedrolls. You guys do have bedrolls, but they've seen better days, just so you know. But yeah,
I'm gonna grab Rollis on the shoulder and kind of turn him away from the shopkeep, and I'm like, the stars are gonna need to guide you to get us better prices. And give her guidance on persuasion.
Don't worry. Yeah, you can just watch me work my magic.
The prices are currently about twice what you'd pay just in a city for the same basic essentials. And first off, before we go there, is there anything special that you guys are looking for?
Not that I can think of. It's pretty much like I said, just bedrolls,
and
a
rations.
couple of tents and rations, and some climbing supplies, just in case on the climbing supplies. So
I do not have my player's handbook in here. Do you know what the cost of that? Do you have yours handy by any chance, Dan?
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
Do you want me to grab it for you? I know where it's at.
It's okay. We have a Dan.
We have a Dan. Handy Dan.
Okay, let's see. So bedrolls typically are a gold apiece.
Really?
Yeah.
It's even pricier than I thought.
Right.
Jeez.
Jesus. Now I feel
bad.
really broke.
Well, and you reach down, 5 gold for the horns of the bull.
It's a cool piece, though. Come on.
Right.
When we get back to the church, I'm gonna have to show it off to you.
2-person
Never
tents are
did.
2 gold.
That is true. That'll be a fun story.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, let's see here. Explorer packs are 10 gold, and they include backpack, bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, and 50 feet of hip and rope.
Okay. So you guys are looking for the equivalent of about 3 explorers packs, and he's going to be charging 15 gold each. So about 45 gold is what you guys are looking at for the supplies. And we're going to throw the rations in there for that. And he's explaining all this too. You get this backpack and I'll throw all these rations in here for you. They're pre-wrapped, you just have to pop them out when you're hungry and eat them. You can always add water and cook them, but who cares?
I appreciate your enthusiasm and I appreciate the rations, but
The moment you say but, you see his eyebrows like peak.
I get it. But the thing is that these are way more pricier than like anywhere else we've been at.
All right, roll your
What's so special about
persuasion.
yours?
Roll your persuasion. Roll your persuasion real quick. Aspen, as you're walking through town trying to get to your friends, you look through kind of the windows of the gear shop and you see them in there. It looks like they're haggling for some gear. So,
Freaking praise to the freaking God.
How about I cast Bless?
on.
Fuck.
I mean, you do have that.
22.
You do have guidance
They're
right
supposed-
now to roll additional D4 if you want to try and use that. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're only at 6 right now.
Oh God. And it would only be a D4. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's. You see both.
It was the what's so special about yours. It's
Yeah.
what threw that off.
Right. So cocky.
So, Aspen, you were thinking of casting Bless, and the moment you go to kind of like pray to your god or pray to whatever it is, you kind of look through the window, and the conversation appears to be getting rather heated on both sides. There's arms flying everywhere, and people are talking and making motions that you don't quite understand. He's sputtering a little bit. I never. These. Do you know how hard it is to get supplies up a mountain? Up a mountain?
You seem to have a lot of it, though. It seemed pretty fine to me.
You're right. I do have a lot of it.
Okay, exactly. I apologize.
He's like it's.
We're trying to do something for the father right now, and you're really like, come on, man.
Do I look like a man of the cloth to you?
How am I supposed to know? You never know with anybody.
You're digging in. Make another persuasion check.
Oh no, I was gonna do something.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead first
What?
because I didn't give you your turn yet.
Well, no, I don't know when it would be appropriate, but I want to go in and tell them to both, head back to the chapel maybe or something, try to get them out of there, and I'm going to try to talk to the guy, but
What are you gonna tell him? Tell these two.
I'm going to use my charms. Oh, you tell those two?
Yeah, us. Yeah, because I'm in a heated conversation right now.
Oh, I'll tell them they need to go to the stables.
I'm talking with the man right here.
It appears urgent.
There's an urgent matter at the stables. I really need you to go over there.
Did the mule run away?
I need you to go
Sorry.
find out.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right.
Ross, make an intuition check, or I believe it's intuition.
Tuition?
Insight?
Insight. Thank you.
Okay.
See if you can figure out which. Oh my dear God.
I am not catching anything at what she's hinting at here.
Oh, here it is.
Get the
I
fuck
brought
out of
one
there.
here. Oh.
Wow.
Wallace
Well.
understands, though.
Ross, you get the concept. You're fucking this up. She wants you out.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Brahm's not getting it, just so you
Trying
know.
to calm
Yeah,
down.
no.
All right, come on, bro. We gotta go.
But we need. But
I know.
all right.
Yeah. Come on. I pat him on the back and we both like pull him out and leave.
All right, Aspen. You see the shopkeeper, and he's spluttering. I mean, it almost looks like little bits of spittle are coming out of his mouth as he's just moving his jaw up and down, and no actual words are occurring. He's highly offended at this point. He keeps slapping the table. Can I help you, miss?
Oh, I am so sorry about those gentlemen. We're new in town. My name is Aspent, and we are going on a little excursion up the hill. And so we were trying to gather supplies, and I am so sorry. I should have come in here and spoken to you first. They had a rough night, and it wasn't their place. I am so sorry for their actions upsetting you.
Do you want to go ahead and try another persuasion check? So on your character sheet.
Rule of the night.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it's at on the sheet?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do, but what am I rolling again? I was
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Man. Oh,
Hey, somebody. talk.
nice.
All right, that goes a little bit better. And
God.
yeah. He seems to calm down a little bit, and he was like, finally a reasonable person. So you're with those other fellows, I am assuming, correct?
Yes, it was a matter of situation. So our village got raided by orcs, and they took us prisoner and made us walk in a caravan for what seemed like years, and they beat us, and it was terrible. And we were actually, there was only 4 of us that made it out alive, and so we fought tooth and nail just to here and have shelter, and try to get back on our feet. It's been a really hard time, but everyone in the village has been so wonderful, and we couldn't have asked for more. And we're just hoping to be of help any way we can.
Okay, that was pretty well done. So I'm gonna make another
Yeah.
persuasion check, but it's you have an
Damn.
advantage on it, so you get to
That's
pick whichever
good.
dice.
Get it?
Get it done.
For real.
All right, I've got to pull this up again. Okay.
Damn.
All right. Well, okay. So you got a 20. Yeah. So when you have advantage, you see how the 2 dice roll out there? You get to choose which one you want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. I'm gonna roll a situational die. He's willing to take about 19 gold off the price. He's gonna charge 45, but he's always there to help out, his fellow man, and especially somebody who's been through the hardships of orcs. And dear God, did he hear you say dark elves? Ugh. And so he's willing to take off about 19 gold from that. So that'd be what, 26 gold total.
Way to get that discount.
I understand, and I fully appreciate the value of the goods. Your price isn't unreasonable. It's just been a really hard time, and we haven't been able to make money yet. I do have some money. Is there anything I can do to help around the shop or run any errands for you to try to, make this work?
And he's like, no, nothing around the shop. I don't really like people poking around my stuff. And nothing personal, of course. Nothing personal. But I tell you what, and you see him just kind of like slip this bottle into one of the packs. It's this beautifully made bottle, and it's got some sort of liquid in it. And he's like, that should help take care of some things if you wind up seeing an unlucky situation, get a little bit hurt. So he just slides that into the backpack and kind of pushes it over towards you.
Oh, that's very much appreciated. Thank you. We're actually going to be going, as I mentioned, up the hill to gather some herbs and do a little exploring. Is there anything like that you've been looking for?
Well,
Anything you haven't had a chance to go fetch yourself?
well, I haven't really had the opportunity, nor has anybody really made the offer. I'm pretty busy here myself. Let's see if there's anything he can think of. I'm using Hermit's like situational rules like constantly, just so you know. There's nothing he can think of off the top of his head, but hopefully he can take a rain check on that.
I'm sorry, so where does that leave us?
29 gold.
How much gold?
29.
29?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. I will be back as soon as I confer on a few things. And again, thank you so much for understanding and being flexible with the matter.
Oh, of course. And I'm glad to have your patronage. Thank you very much. All right, you gotta go find your friends?
Yeah, I hope they're at the stables like I told them to be.
Did you guys head over to the stables?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys go over there, and you see the same half-elven woman that I was describing earlier. She seems to be tending to 2 goats, kind of baby talking to them.
I just look around. I don't see any mules.
Right.
I thought she said there was mules over here for us to look at.
Are you telling this to the lady?
Oh, I'm saying it to Rawless, but I'm pretty sure she can hear me say it, so I'm not exactly being quiet about it.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. Is it somewhere at the gate already?
So
Well, she said
Waiting for us?
come
No.
over here.
the half-elf's looking at you two strangely. She gets up from the goats and walks over to you. Can I help the two of you?
Our friend came over to rent or purchase some mules.
Mules. How crass. No, we figured out a reasonable price for some good mountain goats.
Oh, okay.
And you can see the goats have the harnesses and the packs on them right now.
Okay. Maybe that would have been good to be clarified before we came over here looking like fools. Then I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Aspen, you get over there as well.
In the shop.
It's not my fault. It's his fault.
Okay.
I tried to get the stars to
Oh.
guide you. You just couldn't be guided.
I swear, the gods are never on my side. I swear I've been a good boy.
Hardly. Okay. I've spoken to that shop owner, and I think I've diffused the situation a little bit. You really gotta. I don't even. Anyway, so he went ahead and said he'd do the deal for 29 gold. I don't know how much we have between us, but we probably better pool the money and I guess go for it so we can help Father Henchley.
Did you guys mark down how much you
have
found?
12, yeah. I have 12 that I can pitch towards it.
So between
he gave us 3.
Wait, who?
One
What?
to each of us.
the father did. You guys each had 12 and a
Oh.
half that you had split up to. So that's a total of 50. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was saying, I just have 6 left. So.
Oh,
I
okay.
did buy, like, because of the
And then
the horn.
the beers and the clothes.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the pie.
Yeah. Yep, and the pie. So, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Well, Honku left the money with you, Aspen. So you do have that 12 and a half. Well, actually, it'd be 14 and a half gold from Honku.
Okay.
Also, I want to pat Aspen on the shoulder.
Sorry.
Nice, son. Like, good work. Sorry about. I swear it was him. I swear. I was being the perfect gentleman.
Wherever you two go, trouble follows. There's no doubt about that. I don't really care who is starting it, but I'm going to end it. Seriously. This has been crazy.
We are nothing but fun here. I swear.
This is hooliganism.
Is that a word?
Outright hooliganism. Now let me try to figure out the money situation. Just shh for a minute. Okay, Brom.
Yeah, Brom, shush.
Well, I have 12 gold that I can pitch towards it.
Got 5 or 6, so that's all.
And then
this is why I said we can just hand you all the gold and let you hold it, but you didn't want to
He
do
did-
it.
He did say that.
We all
in
get off and
hindsight,
get
that would
drunk
have been
without
the
you.
best. In hindsight, that would have been better, because then you wouldn't have been able to pay for alcohol. So I take some responsibility in this
Never
too.
mind, I take it back, Brom. Shush. Don't ever suggest that ever again. Not saying I'll go, Aspen. I won't.
New party goal.
Just
Get the
for the
cleric
vibes.
drunk.
Yeah, bring you along.
Okay,
Anyways.
well, we do have enough money. So,
Okay.
Good.
are we going to plan on leaving tonight, or should we get
I
one
say
more
let's
night's rest?
go ahead and get out of here now.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's
It'd be
only
better.
afternoon, so we can get a good start on the road. We can get started anyways.
And be able to like see
And
where we're
especially if
going.
we do need to gather some herbs, we can get started on some of those herbs will be easier to find at night compared to the day. And
Okay. So you guys are gonna go ahead and collect your stuff.
I would suggest, yes, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go to the shop obviously and pay for the items. I think it'd be a good
bring the
idea
goats
to write a
with
note.
you, but we'll stay outside.
Probably wise.
Yeah, I mean, out of sight of the windows and things, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean we can stand around the corner of the goats, that way you don't have to bring it all the way back across the town. And yeah.
Oh, wonderful!
Good
Yeah.
suggestion, because I was gonna glare
But
at that guy.
No. He's really nice. Now, he's really a nice guy. It just
Probably to a pretty
easily angered,
face.
but I
Eh, I complimented you.
think we need to write a note for Honku so he doesn't think we've abandoned him.
Okay,
In
I can
case he
do
comes
that.
back, yeah.
Will you go ahead and do that, please, Raylis? You're closer to him.
Yeah, I'll head up in the church real quick and leave a note.
Okay. That's a good idea.
We'll meet at the shop. I'll take the goats over there with the sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll meet you guys there.
All right, Aspen, you go and collect your stuff, your new items. So between the three of you, you guys get about 15 days worth of field rations and 3 explorers packs. You, Aspen, also get a healing potion. That was so kindly slipped into your little pack.
Woohoo!
Yes.
The shopkeep.
Shop owner.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you guys collect your stuff.
Manners.
Get it loaded up on the goats. Nobody really seems to be paying you any money. Oh, you guys have snowshoes as well, by the way. They came with the packs.
Yeah.
And something that looks kind of like really weird short skis. You're not entirely sure. You've seen them around town, but you're not entirely sure like how to go about that. The snowshoes you get, but yeah. Ouch. Just so you know, there is like a, I didn't think of this before, but at the stables, they also did have a sled that can be pulled behind the goats. So if you guys needed a sled to haul anything on. So just keep that in mind for the future if there's any sort of haul that you want to make. But you get the goats packed up. What else is it that you're doing? Or did you want to make, I'm giving you a view of the map here so you can try to make a plan. Roll perception checks real quick, actually. Not bad.
I'm getting there.
That's pretty. Nah, well, damn.
Ross,
I'm getting the goats. That's what I'm doing.
you get stricken by sudden hangover headache and are just kind of
No.
the smell of the manure, the goats chewing on whatever it is they're chewing on. It's just, you're leaning over a railing and just about to empty your stomach.
I drank that horrid stuff.
Which did not help at all.
Come on.
Brahm and Aspen, you guys notice that there's really no traffic that goes through this gate in the back. That would be the gate that leads towards the ruins, goes up that saddle towards the ruins. Most of the traffic is coming in and out through this gate. There isn't really anybody manning these catwalks at all. But yeah, so just so you know, so you can plan your departure or however you want to go about it. That's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, yeah. As soon as we're ready, because I mean, after we get it all packed, what time is it?
It's probably about 2 or 3 in the afternoon now.
Okay, yeah. So we get a few hours out on the road and call it a night, and set up a tent and everything.
That would be the most direct route anyway, so I think that's what the obvious choice would be.
So what is it that you guys are going to attempt to do here? Just kind of a overall overview here.
Yeah, so I'd say as soon as the animals are packed, we'll leave under the guise of us gathering herbs, but we will gather some. I mean, just so that it does look like we are doing that. And just kind of take an indirect route towards the ruins.
Okay. So just so you know, this gate down here is the north gate. This is the south gate. This map is upside down, but it makes it a little easier.
Okay.
So the ruin is to the south of you, and this is north, but this is also down the mountainside. So the mountains go up this direction.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys are going to go out the north gate then?
I mean, we could still head out the south gate. That's fine, especially if it's going to be less traffic, easier to get out, and less likely to be seen. So
that
if you get stopped, then
it's avoided, but mostly you're assuming probably because people think that ruin is cursed, and this gate leads directly to that ruin. It was kind of a little byway to the ruins, like back in the day when there was trading between the keep and the village.
Okay.
But that is up to you.
Yeah, I'd say we still leave out the south just because, like I said, we're going to be gathering herbs and
Okay, I'm just going to roll for the general. Oh, yeah. Well, a couple of
they
villagers.
noticed us.
Yeah, a couple of villagers seem to kind of stop and notice you opening the creaky ass back gate. Hasn't been used in a while, and it whines pretty hard when you go to push the logs open. People are looking at you. Potty, on the other hand, seems to kind of take notes since you were so generous to him earlier. He's like, "Yeah, find herb." Just kind of tries to play it off. You guys go out the back gate. There is snow. It's probably about 1.5 feet thick right now, but it does look like storms are on their way. So snowshoes in the immediate area aren't quite necessary, but they could be. So are you guys just going to kind of meander around for a little bit before you head up towards the hill? Because it would be pretty obvious seeing you guys march up towards the ruin midday.
Yeah.
Especially
no,
after everybody just noticed you.
Yeah, no, we're like, well, we're still going to be looking for herbs, so I'll probably do a nature check or a perception check.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have you do a nature or a survival roll for all of you, whichever is higher for you.
20.
Damn.
Well, shit.
Wiping the shit out of it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, too bad that
Damn.
was on your second roll.
Right.
I know. Damn.
All right. Well,
Hey, everybody's doing pretty good, though.
Yeah.
yeah, you guys actually managed to find quite a few pouchfuls of that thistle, of all things. You didn't expect it to be that easy, but it's this bright purple thistle that's just growing out there. You can tell that the goats are trying to nibble at it every time you pick some. They just kind of like keep going towards it like a cat would towards catnip. And they keep nibbling at your butt to try and get your attention. Okay.
Yeah.
They're pretty pleased with that. You can see it stains their teeth blue and everything, but their eyes kind of just open up, and if they could purr, they'd be purring, but they're not.
Gotta keep them happy.
So yeah, you guys managed to find some of this thistle. There are various herbs out here that you find, some of which you think could be helpful. And we'll say that takes about 2 hours, your first 2 hours. So for each like little nature survival rule that you make, that's about 2 hours time passing. Since you rolled so damn well too, got a 20. You find a pretty decent place to camp. It's a bit, I would say, a bit southwest of the village. But there is kind of like a little grove of pine trees over there. So it would be easier to kind of make a getaway out of there when villagers aren't really looking. So like early morning, late at night type of thing. Mm-hmm. But you find a really decent place for a camp. There's a few pine trees that are growing close together. And if you kind of go in between their branches, it kind of creates a hollow inside there where there's no snow.
Okay.
Nice.
So do you want to go ahead and set up your camp now and come back to it later? Or?
Yeah, we can set one up.
Yes.
That way it's already ready to go, and
Okay.
we can do some more gathering and scouting of the area.
Okay. So each of you make all of you make a survival check here real quick. And who of you is doing what? Somebody setting up tents, somebody gathering wood, somebody...
I will set up tents.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are going to...
Oh, Jesus, you are setting up
Bro.
tents like a rock star.
Wow.
These
I'll.
are the
I
best
guess
setup
I'll
tents ever.
Aspen just
get the logs.
like kicks ass and starts taking over setting up the camp for you guys, and she just has ropes strung between the trees. In an instant, the tents are perfectly straight and almost starched looking. Bedrolls are made, all perfectly spaced around the most round campfire, perfectly circular campfire you've ever seen. She's got tea brewing and all sorts of things.
Yay!
All right, you guys get your camp set
I
up.
bathed the goats. Everyone's good.
Right.
Yeah, goats are quite pleased with your progress as well. You've got them just kind of tied off to basically like a little stick stuck in the ground. They don't really tend to wander. They're just kind of munching on some of the moss and small grasses that are around under the trees, what little bit there is. Yeah, you guys have a really nice little camp set up. You even make a little tripod for your tea or whatever you want to cook over there. It's pretty good shit. You guys have about 2 hours of light left.
What were
From
you
where
guys
we are
thinking?
now, how much travel do we have to get to the ruins, anyways?
About a half a mile. And it's mostly up that switchback. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to go to the actual drawing to show you here. Okay. So, I don't know if I have it on here. Oh, I don't have the full one. But do you see back here?
Yeah.
So that would be going up the switchback. You guys are probably just off. Yeah. Somewhere kind of out in here. And there's going to be a grove of trees, even though I don't have it drawn in there. But yeah, there's kind of a switchback that goes up into the back here. And that's where the keep would be.
Okay.
So, anyways, you have your, well, we'll just call this your camp right here.
You
Can we
guys
have a
thinking?
break really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that does sound good, actually.
All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Everybody back and ready?
See?
All right. So you guys have your camp set up, and like I was saying, it's about 2 hours until you have like darkness and kind of need to be around the fire. It's still cold as hell out. There hasn't been much snow today. The wind's been a little bit in your face. You're keeping pretty warm in your new furs, though. So, is there anything that you guys want to do before it gets dark?
I want to do one more survival check just to get food for the night, so we're not touching rations yet.
Okay, go ahead and make some rolls, guys. See if you can help them out. That's not terrible. Jesus, guys. All right, well, you managed to find some hares, actually. Quite a few of them, very plump ones, so they make really tasty dinner. And you do find some natural kind of like roots and tubers out there, very similar to a potato. So you guys actually have a pretty decent dinner.
Nice.
The sun sets, and it's a pretty brilliant sunset. Most of the colors are reflecting off the snow around you. The snow itself is kind of crusting at the top where it becomes a little bit icy. But you guys are pretty well protected in your little tree cove, so got a nice, good fire going. There's good distance overhead, so you're not catching anything on fire. And yeah, darkness sets in. Off in the distance, you can hear wolves, but they seem pretty damn far away. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm assuming we're just gonna be getting ready for the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody taking watch?
Probably
Or?
take watch, and I can take first watch.
Okay. Let me check something here.
Which one of you wants the second? Rollis, you want
Second.
the second watch? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Aspen, do you want to share a sleeping bag?
Somebody's. I think you're muted, hun. Aspen?
Sorry. No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, the offer's always up, sweetie.
We'll go say my prayer.
You gonna pray for me?
I'm gonna pray for all of us.
She'll have a couple extra prayers just for you before we get excommunicated.
All right. So who's taking the first watch?
Promise.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see if anything is happening during the night. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
There. Damn. You have a +6 to perception. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's really anything going on for the first few hours. After a while, you're starting to get pretty tired, and you know it's about time to wake up, Wallace. The campfire itself is going pretty well. However, the logs were laid that they're burning really well. So.
All right. Yeah. Once it gets to be my timer, I'll go wake up Rollis and.
Okay. Wallace, you're gently woken up. A little bit of sleep seems to have done you a lot of good, so you're pretty alert. Let's go ahead and see if anything's happening on your watch. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yo.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be anything. You think you hear some wolves a few miles out, but they're pretty far down the mountain. A couple more hours pass by. Aspen, are you taking a stab at the watch tonight, or are you just getting a solid night's sleep?
I had a really good night's sleep the night before, so I'm happy to be up and taking the third watch.
Okay. So, Russ, are you going to wake up Aspen? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whisper gently in her ear. Like, honey, it's time for you to get up.
And I get up.
All right. Let's see if anything happens during your watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Aspen.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Ooh.
You better be careful, Rollis, otherwise she might wake you up with inflict wounds one of these times.
No.
Rollis might like that.
Just want to
slap
try to
across
push her
the face,
buttons.
inflict wounds.
You don't.
Yeah. Thank you, Brom.
You don't seem to notice anything. First light starts creeping up. You just notice the ever so subtle shade of purple hinting into the night sky. Stars are still visible, but you can tell it's getting close to early morning. Fire's burned down pretty good. It's a nice set of coals in there. Is there anything you're going to do before you wake them up, or?
Yes, I'll probably go ahead and get the fire going, start some tea. I know we're not trying to use the rations. I don't know if there's food left over from what was scavenged, but
With the rolls you guys had, yeah, there's definitely a little bit left over. It won't, well, I mean, it is freezing cold, but yeah, there's still plenty left over. Okay.
I'll go ahead and get that started. I'm gonna wait to wake them up.
Okay. I'm just going to have tea by yourself for a while, basically.
I'll pet the goats, have some tea.
All right. How about you two roll constitution checks? I want to see if you guys just wake up naturally.
Jesus.
God.
I rolled an 18 and a 17.
Well, Brahm just sits up and from his bedroll, just instantly kind of sits upright, eyes wide open. He's ready for the day right then and there. Rollis, it takes a little bit longer. There's a little bit of motion from you guys making tea and petting the goats. And, well, Brahm just sitting straight up out of bed, out of a dead sleep. And eventually you kind of come around too after about an hour, Rollis. You guys can smell the campfire. You can smell the tea. Seems to be a little bit of the rabbit left over from last night. So you guys have a pretty good breakfast. The sun isn't quite up yet, but the sky's definitely lightened quite a bit. So
Oh, we should probably get going before it gets too much lighter out, so that way the
Yeah.
village isn't seeing us quite.
okay.
So, well, I mean, we'll leave camp set up here, but
Yeah.
Okay.
come back to it.
So you guys are gonna douse the fire and just kind of set it up for later.
Yeah, throw snow on it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys get the camp broken down a little bit, so it's easily reconstructible later. Since she did such a fantastic job, it's yeah.
That work.
And that takes no time at all. So you guys get the camp struck, and you start heading up the slope, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The wind is going pretty good. It's going to take the better portion of the morning to kind of get up there. You're trudging through sometimes 3 feet of snow, so it's a little bit hard going. Snowshoes do help if you decide to put them on. The goats don't seem to be minding anything at all. They're pretty happy. The bank itself isn't currently very treacherous. There's a pretty good, like, I wouldn't say a path carved up there. Nobody's really been walking up that way, but there's, there from the old path, most of the snow has been sunken in. And you guys make your way up there. So just before, well, probably about 10 o'clock in the morning, approximately, we're going to go ahead and pop this here. Now, is this a black screen for you guys, or can you see anything?
Currently yet black, yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That is what I wanted. I am going to go ahead and lighten some of this up for you. If it'll let me do it.
Maybe, anyways.
Maybe. It's not really wanting, it's not wanting to. I do not have the handle of this tool yet.
I have to grab
Okay,
my
that's
power
better.
cord, I'll be right
Okay, some of the map pop up there for you?
Yep. Looks like a couple of towers.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just trying to outline what you guys can currently see. And we're going to go ahead and throw your characters out there as well. wait for Aspen for a second here. All right. All right. Well, is there anything the two of you guys are doing currently? You guys kind of approach this ruin, and you see that the left guard tower right there, there's a drawbridge that goes across a giant chasm. It's not very wide, but it's incredibly deep. The tower on the left-hand side has been mostly destroyed. There's still a little bit of upright to it, and there still appears to be a walkway between the two guard towers in front of you. Beyond that, you can see the smashed open gate of the ruins, and part of the walls have crumbled. A lot of it crumbling down into the ravine there. And the drawbridge itself is rickety as hell. Some of the boards are broken loose, and it just looks aged and very decrepit. You guys can hear the wind howling basically right through all the broken bones of this ruin. There's a little bit of snow, some of the snow dust kicking up off the ground.
I mean, does it look like there's been any recent traffic?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Or an investigation.
11.
It doesn't really appear as though there's anything, but you can really only see the outside of this place right now.
Yeah, okay.
Aspen, we are blind to you currently. Ah, there you are. The cleric is revealed. So I was describing to these guys, you guys come up to the ruin, and basically the easternmost watchtower there has been mostly destroyed, but it's still upright enough that it's holding a walkway that goes to the other guard tower. Drawbridge in front of you, rickety old. You can see one of the chains that used to pull the drawbridge up is hanging off into the chasm. Boards have loosened on it and have definitely fallen away into that very deep chasm. You can't even really tell how far down it goes. The front wall of this place is broken down in some areas, and the front gate looks as though it's been bashed in or just fallen in, sagged into old age. Not entirely sure. Stones are crumbled everywhere. Wind's blowing, and it's blowing some of the snow dust up in your face. Not that it's snowing, but, you're getting that glitter speckle up off the ground.
The one tower that is still standing, and I mean, how good a shape is that?
Well, it's made from pretty large stones. I mean, so it looks like it's still solid and upright, but it's hard to tell from out here. You can see the roof of it, and the roof is still holding. It's sagging in a couple places, but it still looks mostly whole. There's a couple arrow slots that are located in the tower itself.
Okay. The whole reason why I'm asking is because I just determining if we could leave the goats in there for now.
There's a door basically into the tower on the inside, like where the drawbridge is.
Yeah.
So on the inside of each one of those, like right here-ish. Am I on the wrong level? Oh, I'm not on the right cursor. There we go. So like right there, there's a door that kind of leads in. Whatever wood had been in that arched doorway, it's gone. But yeah, you can see in there, and it looks pretty well covered. There's some rubble in there, a lot of dust, a lot of rat prints, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I think as long as you guys agree with this, I think we should just leave the goats in here for now. That way they're out of the weather, and we can go venture in and go see what's going on in here.
Yeah, I think that'd be wise.
All right.
Those poor little goats hurt.
So you're going to hobble the goats inside the tower?
Yeah, we'll tie them down in there, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you spread out some food on the ground, some of their hay and a little bit of the thistle, and they seem pretty content to wait right there out of the wind, though they didn't seem really bothered by the wind in the first place.
No.
So you guys are
But
standing
if we're
at.
crossing a rickety bridge, I don't want to pay attention to goats while trying to cross a rickety bridge.
Fair enough.
I'm sure they'll handle it better than us anyways, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so from where you guys are standing, you can see a little bit into the interior of this place. Let's see if I can actually use the draw tool correctly here.
accidentally reveal everything. No.
That would suck. Yeah, so I'll reveal a bit off this way. The door's kind of blocking the other area, but you can see that there's a stable on the eastern side up here. Its roof looks mostly intact, but it's pretty sagging and not in the best of shape. You can see a statue kind of in the center of the courtyard. And that's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna start making my way across the bridge there.
All right. Are you all going, or what's the plan here?
Well,
Maybe
I'm gonna be
one at a
like
time.
poking it with
Yeah.
my quarter staff, just kind of making sure I'm gonna have solid steps, kind of a thing.
Okay, probably a smart idea there. Let's see. Since you are being wary here, actually, let's go ahead and before you do that, let's go ahead and have you guys all roll another perception check.
Ugh.
Mm. Oh wow.
Double 12.
No.
Double 2s.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. Jeez.
Thinking too much about the goats.
We're all concerned about the goats.
Well, you guys are pretty cautious at the bridge. Rollis, you did notice that there is some skeletons, like two of them, basically. One was inside that guard tower. Just it looks old, but there was a little bit of livery on it. Basically, old clothes that kind of marked the house it was from, and a little bit of rusted armor on it. And then just another skeleton. Looks like it had a couple crossbow bolts sticking out of it.
Oh. All right then.
All right. So
All right.
just throwing that in there.
I should be wary.
What's that?
Nothing.
Rollis, do you know do you notice like the make of those crossbow bolts?
Oh.
Do you want to do an investigation check?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, but it's only you until she alerts you guys to it.
Yeah. Hmm.
13, not terrible.
13. No.
Good.
You kind of recognize they're old, and it's really hard to tell exactly what they were, but they're a bit smaller than normal crossbow bolts would be. They look to be almost like dark elvish make. The bolts do. The people look to be wearing the same livery that was probably associated with this castle. So like stewards and whatnot that would be wearing the kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the emblem of their keep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crest.
If the, I'm gonna point it out to them. Feel like I
all right, you guys see the skeletons now as well.
there.
Okay.
See everything.
Is there anything that you guys want to do about it, or?
I mean, I'll take a look at the skeletons. I mean,
Go ahead and roll.
I'm assuming their gear is pretty well rusted and useless at this point. Or
Yeah.
Take it back to the father. I don't know. I don't know why he would want the crest.
Well, fuck. Okay, so you're looking at it. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
11.
All right. So you actually find, for whatever reason, these skeletons hadn't been picked over, and you find about, well, let's find out for sure, about 9 gold.
All right, we're already making recovery from those bags.
And 57 copper on one of the skeletons. It's sitting in kind of a rotted out leather pouch that was right next to the skeleton.
Okay.
But yeah, as you were.
I'll just jiggle a little. It's like, you want to hold on to this stuff? As I'm looking at the sister.
We can give it to the goats.
I will. Yeah, I can hold on to the money.
All right. How much do you guys weigh, just out of curiosity, each one of your characters?
Weigh?
Yeah.
I put down 170 pounds.
Oh, I didn't even think about weight.
That's okay. Just give me an approximate.
Oh, that's like a big dude. I honestly don't know how men are weighed.
Well, I'm about
Unfairly compared to women.
like 6'4". I'm 6'4" and somewhat portly, and I'm like around 224, 225-ish. So.
Okay.
So probably.
I'm 6 foot and 295. So.
Oh.
200 would be ideal, like athletic weight for people of our size. Just roughly.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I imagine he's a barbarian, so I imagine he's a pretty like thick, muscly dude. And I think I made him 6 foot. So I don't even know. Yeah, maybe.
Be 125 pounds.
Okay.
But,
Dan, as you're poking at the drawbridge with a stick, you actually knock a fairly large plank out. If you had stepped on it, you would have gone through.
ooh.
But your stick pokes a section of it. You're probably about a third of the way out onto the drawbridge. And a plank just kind of flips and floats its way down into the chasm below after making a really kind of a soft, creaking, mushy sound.
It's a little wet down there, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you going to continue across? Is it just one at a time, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, I'll keep continuing doing the same thing, so I can try and pick out a path for all of us going across.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me like a couple of dex checks real quick. Just 2 of them.
Not great. A little and better.
All right. They creak and groan, and it's pretty loud going across, but no more planks give away. One of them feels like it's going to for a moment, but it still holds your weight. You get across to about where the gate is, the fallen down gate, and yeah, you've made it over. You're on pretty firm ground again.
Okay. I'll just coach them across where I took my path and hope for the best.
Okay, well that's good. That is a good strategy. So who's going first between the two of you?
Well,
Okay. All right, since he's coaching you, make a dex check with advantage.
okay.
This is about halfway across.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay. You step on a plank and it snaps out from underneath you, but you adroitly jump from the plank and kind of land right next to Brahm. It was a hell of a leap. All right, Rollis.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You're still a little hungover, but it doesn't really matter. None of the planks break out from underneath you. Apparently, you were coached across fairly well. So,
Thanks for looking out, Rob.
you guys are at the gates of this keep. The door is, like I said, it's smashed open. One of the doors is completely fallen in, and the other door is kind of hanging there by pretty much just a wish. And if you peek in, which we can just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'll peek in.
I'll just go ahead and mark off.
I'll poke my bald head through there.
Okay, so you can see that on the eastern side, up here, there is definitely a stable, and it seems to be relatively whole. There's a few like barrels and whatnot laying around, a cobblestone path in front of you. The statue is partially crumbled. There is another stable down over to the western side as well, but it's mostly caved in. Off in front of you, you can see the beginning of kind of a larger tower, or a chapel or something to that effect. It's got a set of what would have been double doors on the front of it here, but those have been fallen a long time ago and eaten away by wood rot. Portions of it are collapsed in, but not all of it. You can see actually through the doors some areas in here where there looks to be wooden beams that were pressed into the floor and up against the wall, holding back some of the rocks, some of the wall area from completely collapsing. But it's pretty dark in there.
Okay. Since we're out here in this little courtyard area, I'm just gonna be kind of just rummage through the rubble, see if there's anything in here to kind of give us a hint of what happened around here. See if there's any herbs, all that kind of stuff. So things that grow inside of ruins. So
there's little like tundra shrubs all over the place, little kind of these white bluish berries that are all over the place, but mostly it's just small brush and little dry grass, yellow and brown grass all over the place. Nothing too bushy or alive. There are quite a few skeletons laying around. There's 5 of them, to be exact, and they're pretty rotted and decomposed.
I'll rummage through them too. So
okay, what are the 2 of you doing?
I want to look around.
Okay, so how about all of you guys roll investigation checks?
ouch! I noticed nothing.
Oh my god.
You're really preoccupied with that statue for some reason, man.
Wallace notices nothing too.
For whatever reason, the 2 of you have just decided upon yourselves to get into this heated discussion about those goats and which one's the better goat. And this consumes all of your attention. Aspent, you're looking around and you also... What's that?
I accidentally rolled twice.
That's okay. I'm using your very first roll there, the 16. You look around and you kind of poke into the stables a little bit and you can see inside them. Up in this upper stable here, you can see kind of what appears to be a trap door. It's not a hidden trap door or anything like that, but there is a trap door there. It's pretty iced over though, and the wood looks pretty rotted out. This ceiling over here is pretty collapsed. You could get around that or try to fish around that if you wanted to. That is up to you. But mostly this is just you guys in the courtyard for right now. So I'm just trying to give you an overview of kind of what you see.
Pointing at Raw, Snow Peak is the better goat. I mean, just that white fur, it's just so soft.
No.
He
Avalanche.
listens so much better.
What? No. Avalanche is the best. The name speaks for itself.
I mean, Avalanche is a great name, but Snow Peak, just so mild and well-mannered and...
I don't know. He bit me. So
Guys,
You probably deserve it.
Alice, Brom,
Rob.
Yes, sister.
Oh, yeah, hun.
we found a trap door in the stable.
Oh,
Oh, well,
all right. Let's check it out.
let's go look at it.
It-
I mean, it might just be a
Avalanche.
slop
Avalanche
shoot for
is
the
the trap
stable, but
Ugh.
doesn't hurt to open it and poke our heads in.
No, until that smell gets to your nose.
Kind of iced over. You guys got any ideas how to open it?
I can
I
take a look
could-
at it.
I could hit it with my sword.
It,
The
one,
only solution I could think of.
okay, 1 second here. I'm just going to look this up. The trapdoor itself, there is a broken ceiling beam from the roof up above that's laying across it. Yeah, I mean, it's a trapdoor. It's obviously, it's not trying to be hidden. It's got a big old iron kind of pulley on it that you can pull up. But there is a ceiling beam that's crashed down on top of it, kind of holding it in place. little bit of rubble from the wall, but not much. This is an old stable. There's still a little bit of that lingering smell, but not much. So your guess was probably pretty close there, Oogie.
Okay.
Mhm.
That beam, does it look like it's supporting weights or?
No, but it looks pretty damn heavy.
Okay. Second question. Can I use Thorn Whip to lift it?
Throw a thorn whip up there, would you?
Yeah.
That's smart.
I mean, it does say creature in range, but I mean,
You could technically attempt it, and it wouldn't be too hard to lasso it with that. It wouldn't really do much
because it
damage
says
to
I
the
can
wood, but
move.
you'd still have
Well,
to
yeah, I'm
use
not
a
trying to
strength check.
I'm not trying to damage it. It says that I can pull a large or smaller creature up to 10 feet with it.
This not being a creature and so not like suffering under thorns or anything like that, you could still make that attempt, but it would be the same as using a rope, so it would still require strength.
Okay.
All of you roll perception check real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
What is up with you guys in the double rolls?
I mean, we all did great.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear what sounds like some rocks clattering coming from the direction of that keep or that tower that you haven't quite seen yet.
Oh, up past this area right here,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm clicking. Okay.
You guys
Yeah.
hear that?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, I'm sure this is just a poop shoot, and we really don't need to go looking at it anyways. So
Let's see what that noise is then.
let's go investigate that instead.
All right. You guys are looking at this beam, and a sound suddenly kind of clatters out, and it's pretty stark. I mean, there's not much other sound other than wind up here. You oddly hear a raven caw in the distance as that rock falls. Just, well, and the druid would know that ravens here would be very weird indeed at this time of year. You guys go out and try to investigate. Let's see if you guys can locate this. Do an investigation.
Nope. I'm terrible at investigating.
Oh my god.
You guys are still arguing about the damn goat.
Good thing we have the sister with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Those two knuckleheads.
The wild folk here just arguing over goats, so.
Let me make a quick check here real quick. A quick check real quick. Let me get redundant. Aspen.
That was almost a 17.
Yes.
You notice somewhere in here, there looks to be a couple of eyes, you think? And then it just disappears real quick and you hear a little bit of a scuffle.
Oh, that's fucking spooky. Mm-mm.
So I tell them,
Okay.
guys, I saw a pair of eyes when I looked in there.
I mean, so it's dark in there at this
It's
point.
really dark.
We could get
I'm gonna light a torch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light a couple torches actually.
Okay. Let me clear some more. Oh, wait, that's not working.
And I'm gonna take one torch and I'm gonna chuck it down that hallway.
Okay, so you're going to light a torch and throw it in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna light a couple of them and I'm gonna chuck one of them.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to clear out a little bit more area for you to see here. Okay, so you light a couple torches and you throw the first one in there. Yeah, you can see.
Do you want to check of some sorts for me chucking a torch?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw it. Well, no, not really. It's a pretty wide open area. If you can't make that, then you're probably best just going back home. You're not under duress or anything right now. You're a little bit spooked, but that's about it. It's pretty easy to toss a torch in there. Your torch lands in there, and you can see a little bit around. You can tell that there's a lot of crumbled wall in there. In fact, there's so much crumbled from the upper levels of that, whatever that building used to be, that it's kind of built like its own little tunnel system. You can see somebody has taken some of the logs from the rafters and propped them against this rubble, keeping it from crumbling down, so that the way they can make kind of like a little walk area in there.
So it looks like something's been kind of living in here.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it looks a bit like a hoarder's house.
Okay.
Not that there's really that much stuff in there. There's broken pews and things of that nature. There's crumbled just building material all over the place. But it looks like somebody's basically tunneling through there and holding up the walls with the beams.
Am I hearing anything in here after I threw in that torch, or?
Go ahead and make perception checks, all of you.
Hey,
Well, that's not
I'm
bad.
starting to notice things. Again.
Nice.
You,
I can perceive, I just can't investigate.
good God.
Dang.
What did you do to roll20 there? It likes you.
Girl. For real.
It charmed it.
You guys hear what sounds kind of like just the very softest, quietest door latch. Just click.
Like, which direction of the room can we tell?
No, it's too echoey in there.
Okay. I'm just gonna slowly go in there with that torch and in my shield hand then.
All right. And what are the two of you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Whoops.
pull out my sword, kind of get ready just in case.
And with someone having the intelligence to lock a door, I'm just gonna hello.
You call out and it just echoes. Just a faint echo on the inside of that building.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my
Either
crossbow
they're
ready.
not
as
hostile
well.
and they're scared of us, or they're hostile and preparing to attack us.
Yeah. Seriously.
All right. So do I have your tokens placed about in the right area for you guys?
I figure I was probably more in the doorway at that point.
Mhm.
Okay.
When I
Yeah.
was poking my head in there. Yeah.
I like so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you as you're leaning into the doorway, you notice that it really is just a lot of crazy rubble everywhere. I'm not entirely sure what decided to do that, but you can kind of see the tunnel goes off to the west there and then kind of curves around into the back, but you're not sure exactly what. The tunnel is probably about 5 feet high. Some places it's a lot higher, some places lower. It just depends on how propped up it is in that area.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. If that's pretty much our path, I'm gonna start slowly making my way that way, kind of a thing.
Okay.
Kind of. Okay. Is it solid ground here, or does it look like it's just?
It seems pretty solid. Some of the floorboards and stuff, like they're broken up and they kind of scoot out from underneath your feet, but it's nothing shaking or moving under your feet. You don't feel like you're on a ship or anything like that. Like nothing's moving.
Like the floorboards that do move. If I kick them to the side, like am I looking down like
Nope.
into another floor, or am I looking at dirt underneath?
You're looking at some old cobblestones underneath the floorboards.
Okay.
So yeah.
I just want to ask, since I am a tiefling and I have dark vision,
Mhm.
will I be able to see inside more
You
without
can.
using a torch?
Dark vision helps, but it's not perfect. You still have to have light source.
Okay.
But
it's
you
like
can
really
see
pitch black.
it's really dark in here, but you can still see better than say like Brahm can or better than Aspen. But yeah, I mean, you can make out everything as I described it just a lot more clearly. That can help in some areas, but currently not too useful yet.
If the torch wasn't there for you, everything would be in hues of basically like gray.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but anything that would be putting off heat, you would notice.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to make your way further in? Are the two of you just continuing to follow?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I want to be like behind, Brahm, just in case.
Okay. So you get down to kind of a corner area. Let me go ahead and reveal a little bit more to you.
Okay.
Oop. And you guys can see that, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there is more tunnel there for sure.
I mean, once I get to that little corner, I'll just kind of, hello, anybody living here?
You don't hear anything. I mean, you can hear your own voice echo, but I need everybody to make a dex check.
Ooh, I'm not gonna die.
Oh.
Well, thank God we're using your first roll there. All right, Rollis, your arm, as you're trying to slowly make your way through here, your arm brushes against one of those beams that's holding up the rubble, and it shakes, and some of the rubble like falls down on the ground and clatters around you. Dust kind of blows up in your face, but nothing really comes down, nothing that big.
Shit. Thank God.
Careful, Brahm.
Sorry, I'm just a big boy.
All right,
All right.
you guys
That
continue
was
around.
Brahm.
No, it was me.
It was Rollis.
Careful, Rollis.
It's the bright torchlight in his face, you know.
Yeah. Oh, hurts my eyes.
All right, you guys continue around. And I'm assuming just keep following the tunnel?
Yeah, just keep following the tunnel. Just every, like, I'd say probably every little bit, I just keep announcing myself so so whoever is here.
Okay. Everybody go ahead. I'm assuming you're all being more careful. So go ahead and make more dex checks with advantage. Just don't roll up double ones.
Oh my God.
Hey, there you go.
Woo!
All right. So you guys, after climbing around through all this crap for a while, get to an area where there's actually a stairwell. And it goes down into what you're assuming is a basement. You do remember the father was talking about the basement area to this keep, and that they used to keep livestock and whatnot down there. And go ahead and make me not an insight, perception, perception check.
Dang.
I notice a lot of things.
Yeah, you're going to assume that that stable that you're paying attention to, or ouch. All right,
Damn.
Aspen, you need to make me a dexterity check now. Just a regular dexterity check.
Shit.
There's some dust and
Jinx
stuff
me
floating.
by saying that about the roll20. Ever since I
Right.
charmed it.
I'm sorry, what's that?
You jinxed her.
Oh, because you
Yeah.
said what I do with roll20, and then I think you kind of jinxed me.
Oh no. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Sister got distracted by the tiefling tail.
Okay. Make me a dex save real quick.
X?
Yep.
It's the man bun. That's what she was looking at.
There you go.
That's better. Okay.
Yay!
So as you guys are going through there, your cloaks and your clothes are drumming up quite a bit of dust, and you actually inhale a huge mouthful of it. Makes you start coughing a little bit. And as you're doing so, you brush back into some of the rubble, and you instinctively just kind of take a step forward as a larger piece of rubble, probably about like 4 or 5 feet across, falls right into where you were standing. Makes a loud clatter, but it's a pretty solid thud. It also gives you proof that you know that it's not necessarily straight through the floors if something breaks here.
I would prefer
Brom.
the ceiling didn't fall down on top of us and trap us under all this stuff. So try to be careful. Yes.
Your investigation check earlier that I had you guys roll, or yeah, you do think that that trap door that you saw earlier does lead down to like a livestock / stable area, probably kept below.
Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah, you guys see a stairway.
I'm trying to talk to Brom.
Oh,
Yeah, DM.
Get close.
sorry.
Brom, do you still have your drawing chalks on you? Drawing charcoal?
Yeah, I got some charcoal on me.
I'm just kind of thinking, do you think it'd be a good idea to kind of mark our path?
I mean, you can, but I mean, it's been pretty direct on the way into here.
True. I think though it's something to keep in mind maybe
Okay.
later on. This place is kind of looking like a maze.
Okay, here, I'll hand her a piece of charcoal
Okay.
so she can mark a path out.
All right. Before you looms a stone staircase descending into the depths, into the darkness. Rallis, you can actually kind of see down into there, but it just leads into a hallway, a stone hallway.
All right.
Well, you can technically all see down in there because of the torch.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to start entering into there?
Yes. I'll start making my way down there slowly still.
All right. We're going to take a break here in a second, but I will go ahead and do this. All right. New map. Can you guys see a couple little spots at the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to do this. Do. Okay, and I'll make a little bit more viewable here to you. Do. All right. Nope, that didn't work. All right, you guys can all see that, I hope.
Yep.
Trying to get you guys positioned properly here. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, the staircase goes down to a corner hallway right there. And we're going to stop right there for a moment, and it's going to be a 5-minute break so we can use the bathroom and stuff. All right?
Sounds good.
us back to our main page. Still with us, Dan? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys. You guys can all see the map, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ross, Aspen? I think you're muted.
Everybody was muted.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you guys have come down in here, and this is not to scale. I got the grid wrong on this. I will have to make up for that next time. But these hallways are about 10 feet wide, made of lots of cobblestone, old river rock, things like that. Lots of cobwebs everywhere. Ceilings are about 10 feet high. It smells musty as hell. There's some old snow that's been blown down into here. You guys are kind of stepping through it. Make an investigation check real quick.
See, you got to stop asking me to do investigations.
Sorry.
Yo.
Here.
All right.
Terrible investigating.
Well, Rollis,
Way to pick up the slack, Rollis.
you notice
Thank God.
that there is a small set of footprints leading down into the very thick dust in here. They don't appear to be shoed. You can actually make out the individual toes. Let's make an intelligence roll real quick.
Like almost like child size, or
Quite a bit wider than a, I mean, about the same length, but quite a bit wider than a child, but humanoid.
holy.
That's
Ooh.
All right.
Man.
You have no idea what they are, but once you point them out to Brahm, he's like, that's Goblin.
Ah.
So anyways,
Now
you
that I
guys,
know that it's goblin.
Oh.
Are we only seeing like one set of footprints down here?
this close to the
Multiple
entrance,
sets?
yes, there's just one that leads down into it.
Then I'm gonna actually start speaking in goblin,
All right.
asking who's living down here.
How loud are you going to be?
I'm not gonna shout it, but I'm just normal voice side, like just like normal talking voice.
Let me, I'm kind of at a, let me see how I'm going to handle this. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, would you?
Okay. Be careful.
You don't hear anything back.
Okay.
You guys hear Brahm start speaking in the most guttural, it almost sounds like common, but it's not, and it sounds dirty. You're not sure what the hell he just said, but it sounds dirty.
I'm gonna pull out a ration
Okay.
and once again just be like, "Who's living down here? I have some food to share."
And you're saying that in Goblin?
Yes.
Okay, roll me another persuasion check.
A little better. Just a smidge.
All right.
You really like those twos, don't you?
I guess so. You actually hear very faintly just a little voice. No food. Go away.
Just how long have you lived here? And I'm just gonna be slowly walking down and down the stairs while I'm saying this too.
So you're walking down the stairs? Okay.
Yeah.
Guess I have you all selected as one group. That was weird. I didn't know I could do that. That was kind of cool. All right, so let me go ahead and reveal more stuff to you here. You hear footsteps just kind of fade off into the distance pretty fast. They just kind of scuttle away. So what you guys see as you kind of go around this corner is continually more stairs. And at the end of this little hallway that you're in, there is a door off to your right-hand side. Appears to be kind of an arched doorway, just stone frame, wooden door. And then off to your left is another bit of a hallway.
Okay. Just yeah. So we have a goblin down here.
Oh, is that what you were muttering about?
Yeah, but the question is it a solo goblin
Yeah.
or is there a tribe of goblins? If it's a solo
What
goblin,
did you
it's
say?
entirely possible to deal with. To go away.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
If it's a tribe of goblins, well, we could have a fight ahead of us.
And it just didn't seem like at all I wanted to talk to you.
No, yeah, it don't want to talk.
Is he still around? Or at least you know?
And from the sounds of it, it shuffled farther away.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess let's continue cautiously.
All right, you're going to continue cautiously.
Yeah.
So are you going around the corner? Or are you just going up to the door? What's the plan here?
Is there just a door right there then? Is it closed or?
There is a door there. It's ever so slightly open, and inside you can kind of see what looks to be a little bit, a few more stairs from where you're standing.
Okay. I'm just gonna slowly open the door then.
Okay, you're going to slowly open the door. That's about what you can see right there.
Some more stairs. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a wall beyond and just some more stairs that appear to keep going down. Since you're standing right
where
there,
I was hearing the voice from, or
you can't quite tell. It's really hard to make it out down here because the acoustics are pretty bizarre. You can see kind of into this hallway as well since you're at the door. Down a ways, there is what appears to be kind of like a barred door, maybe some bars of some kind. You can't quite tell.
okay. For
In this-
now,
Oh.
that door that I that I pushed open, I'm gonna pull it shut as far as I can.
Okay. You guys don't really need to make perception checks for this, but in this hallway, this little hallway that you guys are in, you can tell that there once was a pretty epic, probably smaller scale little battle that occurred for a pretty confined area. Like I said, this is about 10 feet across in the hallways. Like,
Okay.
even though this is saying like 5, yeah, no, it's like 10 feet across. So in here, there's a bunch of scorch marks on the walls. You can still kind of see some burned moss where it's grown down the sides. There is currently 2 skeletons laying on the floor. They've got really bent, damaged weapons, very rusted, very pitted out. Let's see if there's anything else you notice about them. That's pretty much it. You guys notice that those some of the crossbow bolts stuck in those bodies are the same as the ones before. But yeah, scorch marks. Another door down at the end of the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way towards that door then.
Okay.
and I would like to note that I'm trying to mark our path in whatever direction we're
Okay.
going.
So you're putting like little marks on the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say along the wall, to kind of just drag it along the wall, but it sounds like it wouldn't be very visible there, so I'm just trying to put it in a visible spot.
It's
Kind of making
if
a
it's
line.
on the floor, then there's probably a chance if something does come down here, they could get rid of it. But if we're dealing with
I
goblins,
know.
and if you're doing it like a head to shoulder height, then it's less likely to get messed with.
That's what I'd like to do. I just don't know if there's too much moss and scorching on the wall.
Well, I mean, you guys, it's charcoal and it's pretty thick charcoal, so it would take some work. But yeah, you can leave a decent mark behind. You'd kind of have to scrape off some of the dust and some of the moss and stuff. But yeah, it's feasible. It's just not pretty.
Okay.
You guys
fine.
notice that these iron bars come from another hallway, and they appear to bend inwards towards this hallway. They look like they were blasted open. A bunch of the scorch marks appear to be coming from that way.
Okay.
Some of the bars are slightly melted even.
I'm assuming if I give them a little tug with my hands, they're not gonna move.
Do you test that theory out?
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing.
They bend a little, but yeah, they're pretty solid. I mean, you could force your way in. They're pretty, like, it wouldn't be too difficult. They're pretty blown open.
Okay. And then and then that's another door that's right
Yep.
there too.
Another arched doorway.
Okay. Well, let's unless you guys want to go through the blast doors, I'd say let's take a peek in that doorway.
Yeah, no, let's take a peek.
Okay.
All right, you guys peek into this doorway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let me reveal some area to you. It's such a handy little tool.
Right.
The torchlight allows you to see a ways into there. It appears to be like after a little smaller set of stairs, there's another room, a little bit more cavernous. Can't quite make out what's in there. There's still a lot of dust. Like you're trying to filter your eyesight through a lot of dust everywhere. But yeah. And I'll let you guys can kind of see down this hall as well. You can see that there's another door down this way.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep going down.
Which direction?
Down on the map.
Okay. So you're going to go ahead and go through the door?
Yep.
All right. You're pushing by the door, and the door itself, let's see here. Let me check. Oh. All right. Well, actually, the door is pretty fine. It doesn't even squeak that loudly as you open it. It opens very easily.
It's a well-made door. Should we take this back with us?
Right? These hinges are immaculate. All right. You're going to continue on down, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and set you there. And is anybody else doing anything? No? Okay.
Just keeping my bag. Probably Lisa.
I'm reading,
Or
sorry.
Aspet is probably still drawing her little arrow. Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't take horribly long, but it does make you pretty dusty and dirty when you're doing the little arrow marks. You got got charcoal all over your hand. You got moss and dirt and dust and grime from all the years. You guys are starting to notice an increasing amount of just some serious cobwebs too, almost thick enough to call them sheets.
So nothing's probably been in this room for a while then.
It's pretty dusty, but it's hard to tell in here. It appears that because of some various leaking through the stoneworks above, that some of the snow melts and comes into here, drops. It's hard to tell if anything's been in here because all the dust has just been scattered around from various water droplets and whatnot. It's pretty cavernous in here. Let me get back to this bad guy.
Wait, there's a bad guy in here?
No, not a bad guy like that. This room is pretty damn large. The ceilings are about 25 feet up. They're kind of an arched ceiling, so if you imagine kind of like older chapels, but this isn't a chapel. But it's got that stone archway up at the top. Mm-hmm. You see some stone columns all down the center of the room. And you can definitely smell. It's really faint, but there's the smell of really old manure, and you can see what looks like kind of just old molded hay. And if, after all these years, it's pretty toasted, but yeah, it's still there.
So they probably kept the animals down in here.
It's not a bad assumption. As you're kind of like looking around, you can kind of see what looks like some smaller broken cages kind of off over here.
Okay.
Something that might have been a barrel over there. They're not entirely sure.
Yeah. I'm just going to give a look throughout this room, kind of thing. See, I mean, is there any other ways out of this room at all, or
Not that the torchlight is revealing to you currently. Let me read this just real quick. Hermit is so detailed sometimes. All right. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna like start looking throughout this room, kind of poke my head into that barrel, see what's in, what if there was anything in there, or if it's just like an old water barrel kind of thing. Or
Yeah, I was wanting to check out those cages.
Okay. The cages appear to be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and cast Thaumaturgy on Brahm's torch to make it brighter.
Ooh.
Do you want to throw a thaumaturgy up in the window? Do you want to link it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for a minute.
All right. Well, let's get this started then.
Nice.
Do you give Brahm a warning before you do that?
No.
All right. So we're going to
she
play
has
this.
to get back at us in her own subtle ways, you know.
That's pretty damn funny. All right, so the torch lights up pretty brilliantly, and you can see most of the room. Now that there's so much light in here, you can see most of the way down. Not all the way down, but most of the way. And there is still like spots of hay and stuff. Those cages that you were looking at used to be chicken coops. You're pretty sure there is still some really aged feathers over in them, some cracked old shells. There is what appears to be some stalls where horses or maybe some cattle used to be kept. There's definitely some petrified dung down here. But once your torch goes bright, make a wisdom save real quick, Dan.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Let's see how this goes. Oh,
Well,
good thing there's a +6.
the torch startles the shit at you, but you're able to put it together pretty quickly. However, the 16 eyes off in the shadows of the far end of the room seem to disagree with you. It appears to be two separate sets of 8 eyes. Probably about 3 feet across for each set from this distance. They are quite startled, whatever it is that they are.
If I have an action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
You guys actually do have an action because you startled the shit out of them.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh and
Put Lisa
if
back
I
here.
can move towards those eyes.
Okay. And what are the two of you doing? Eyeballs off over here.
I'm going to
Oh,
have my crossbow ready and follow Brahm.
Okay.
yeah, I already have my sword out, so yeah, I'm ready.
All right. You guys have, we're going to go ahead and just call this as a turn. And you guys can pretty much use this turn free. So I don't need your initiative this round. So and plus you can move about 30 feet. 60 feet if you're dashing and do nothing else.
No, yeah, I'm gonna move my 30 feet towards the spiders.
Okay, so that's, I know this says 17.5, but that's actually closer to 30 right there because, yeah, I screwed it up.
So basically, yeah, 15 feet on your measurement then.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys following suit?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm right next to his.
Okay. And you guys are all prepared, so I will give you this next turn. Whatever you decide to do first, you will have advantage for one action.
Okay. How much farther away are those eyes from us?
Probably about another 30 feet, but that's a guess. Here, let me reveal a little bit more to this. There seems to be something off in that corner, but you can't quite see. But you do see distinctly, and let's see if I actually have the resources in here to pull this up. Sorry, this is just taking a second. Well, it's not showing anything I want.
Ugh, driders. Ugh.
It's not Dreaders. I'm not throwing you against Dreaders at level 1. That would just be, yeah, mean.
Just end the broadcast now. No. I'll see you guys next week with new characters.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very fair. Wow, so this isn't going to give me anything. Okay, crap.
Ooh, beholders.
Are you actually able to see what I'm like scrolling through here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if I look at the broadcast, yeah.
Oh, you're a shit. That's really cheap. All right. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Son of a bitch. All right,
I
well,
just want to see what the tokens look like. They're really cool looking.
wait till I get some of mine up in there.
Right?
But for the time being, we're just going to have to use... we'll just use the generic token here. Generic token here. A couple of very large freaking spiders. And they are ugly, nasty looking things. They're pretty damn pale, though, having been down here so long. Let me go ahead and pull up a lovely description for you as well.
Oh, God.
Oh, shoot. I gave it away.
Aspen in her panic bolts the shit out of one of them.
Fireball!
Somebody has arachnophobia.
I'm not finding it in this book. All right, I'm trying to find large spiders. What the hell is that, Dan?
Huh?
I'll just use the internet.
For what?
Large spiders.
Booters. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That would actually be pretty funny if that lightning came out of nowhere. I can only imagine Rollis and Brom's reaction to suddenly just a bolt of lightning.
It's a bolt just goes flying past us. What the?
Like, we got enemies behind.
Well, I mean, it's entirely possible. Let's go ahead and have you guys roll initiative before anything.
Okay.
No shit.
Nice, natural 20.
Well, hell. And Aspen?
I know.
Dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Bad. Bad DM.
That-
Bad.
God. How dare you?
Why am I
What happened to
so
those
lost right
twos?
now? What am I supposed to do?
On your character sheet is something that says initiative. It should be towards the center top.
Right between speed and armor class. It's right above
Oh
your
my
hit points.
god. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
All right. So
Somebody's
7 for you.
terrified of the spiders.
But Rollis is going first. So Rollis, yes, 2 giant spiders, and let me give you a lovely description as it is stated in here. Oh, they don't give a good description. Okay, well they're nasty as fuck. How's that?
Okay.
They're-
Like kind of like dripping from like the weird like
Do you remember that movie I showed you, Kroll, where you have that giant ass white spider that was like?
Yeah. Yeah, where he was
Great movie.
like trying to reach the center.
Yep.
And shit. Yeah.
Now, granted, they're not
Okay.
that big, but they are big.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Ross, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I am a barbarian, and all I have really is my sword and my strength.
You go ahead and charge in there and attack.
How far away are they from her? From him?
Yeah.
Basically, 15 feet. So 30 feet according to this. So you can move and attack. If that is your choice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
If you have rage, that is a free act. That's a bonus action for you.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true. I haven't used it yet either. Ooh, yeah.
Are you gonna
So
are you gonna
can I, like-
rage?
Could I hit first and then go into rage since it's a bonus action?
Well, no, you want to rage first and then attack with it. That way you get
Oh.
your bonuses till your attack.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna freaking rage.
Okay. You work yourself up about how right you are about Avalanche, and suddenly you're pissed, right? Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay.
What is
All that frustration about it.
what does rage add to that, Dan?
Some really cool stuff.
So descriptive.
Right.
Roll.
Can I actually? Oh.
That I think actually hits. Hold on, let me check. But we got to figure out what rage does real quick.
Okay.
All right, so rage.
Oh, I have it right here.
Advantage on saving on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage die that increases as your gain levels as a barbarian, as shown on the rage damage column of the barbarian table, and gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Jesus.
So she gets an additional +2 damage on her attack.
Okay, that attack unfortunately does not hit. You get pissed and you come in. And what weapon is it that you're using? A greatsword?
Yeah, my greatsword.
You swing that thing down, and it makes a beautiful cascade of sparks off the floor, off the cobblestone, just inches away from this poor giant spider's face.
Or.
Yeah. And yeah, so you get the battle going.
All right.
And
I
let's.
swear, I don't even think I've ever touched a single enemy yet.
Well, I mean, there were the orcs that you guys fought, like the three of them, but I think that was
but I
mostly
kept
Dan.
missing. Yeah, he was a superstar.
I did well. I did well in battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you did hit somebody too.
You split a stool in half. I mean, come on, give yourself credit.
That's true. There's not a lot of people who can do that, huh? Takes a lot of strength.
All right, so these guys actually get a +5 to hit. So yeah, it's a little rough.
Damn.
So that one that you just struck at is a little angry at you. He's gonna go for you, Rollus. Oh yeah, he's gonna hit you. But you're immune to piercing, aren't you?
Resistant.
Resistant. Okay. So does that
Half
mean?
damage?
Okay. Perfect. Well, that helps because this thing swings out a giant spiky leg and hits you, but you take half damage. So let me go ahead and roll that. So it's a D8 +3, so 4. So you take 2 damage. It kind of lightly slaps you in the thigh, and for a giant spider, that actually hurts pretty good. It's pretty bony and spiky. It kind of digs into your leg a little bit. Not too pleasant. The other one is going to go ahead and try to web up the giant torch-holding motherfucker.
Oh no.
That's just rude.
And what's your armor class, Dan?
15.
Oh.
Well, he fails. We're gonna go ahead and who's next?
I am.
Okay.
I think it was.
Oh wait, no,
Me.
sorry.
No, bro.
Yeah, I thought he just went, but I realized he didn't.
Okay. So Brom, go ahead. You did cast Shillelagh last round, by the way.
Yes, I did. I am going to move move like 15 feet in this direction here. Because basically what I want to do is I'm going to try and thorn whip the spider in front of Rawless.
Okay.
So I can drag it out of
So
his attack area.
mark the direction that you want to...
opportunity. Because so I want to move this direction, right?
I'm not seeing it on my screen.
There we go.
Okay.
So that way, when I thorn whip and pull him, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Rawless for it leaving his threat range.
Wow. All right.
That's the plan.
Okay. So do you have
Whether
to...
it goes that way or not.
Yeah. There's another question.
So you have to make a standard melee attack with that, correct?
So yeah, melee spell attack.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and roll it, sir.
let's see, thorn whip. There it is. So there's a 14 hit.
Yes, it does.
Sweet.
Go ahead and roll your damage. This one.
Nice.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Does that add my modifier to it? No, just does 1d6. So 5 damage to it, which then drags it 10 feet to provoke an attack of opportunity from Rawless. If Rawless wants to use that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity.
And that would just be my regular attack.
Correct.
Yeah, you make a regular attack against it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully you hit this time with your greatsword.
I know. Please. Oh my lord.
No.
I swear.
Well, you see an opportunity to attack it, and you kind of misjudge where it's being pulled to and attack the air. It's a little unspectacular.
Jeez. I can't hit for shit. Some barbarian I am.
All right.
Oh, just wait till you get the reckless attack. That way you get advantage on all your attacks. Not that you would have hit anyways on that one, but.
All right, Aspen.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt now.
Are you attacking the darkness?
I'm attacking the spiders.
But luckily you've taken damage, so you stay enraged. So.
Oh.
Oh, okay. We're going to backtrack here just a touch because you guys did have advantage on your rolls, right? For this first round?
Yeah, you did say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that still means both of yours would have missed, Ross, but that also means this time Aspen actually hits with that 22.
Nice.
So what does the damage from that do? Holy shit.
It's 46 radiant damage, yeah.
Okay, so over in your left-hand corner there, Aspen, do you see the D20 dice symbol? Click on that, find the D20, and then go across to where it says, or I'm sorry, not the D20.
No. If you just click on guiding bolts, right, the word guiding bolt.
In the explanation?
In the chat column. No, in the chat column where she rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Then it'll roll the damage for that.
Okay, so yeah, right
Where it
underneath.
says
Right.
guiding bolt +6 right there, just click on the word guiding bolts.
I did. It says cast at what level? So level 1.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, if you're going to cast at level 1, yeah. So then you gain damage.
Which one were you attacking? Do you want to just ping it real quick for me?
The one closest. Well, no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
actually,
know
that's
if
going to be the
it
only one that you can
it did
really...
damage.
Yeah, that's going to be the only one you can really hit because the other one's a little bit blocked from it. All right. You hold up your hands, pray to your god, and unleash this ball of light that comes screaming into that spider. sparks emit everywhere. The room gets brilliant in light. You can almost see an etched shadow into the background from how hard it hits that thing. Not that spiders can talk, but you definitely hear a high-pitched squeal come out of the thing. You're not sure if it's like the sound of burning chitin or what the hell it is, but good God, you damn near killed the thing. Some of its eyes are melted and a bit messed up. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys, I need you, I'll roll a perception check, please. Since it's the end of the turn here.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God.
So many wasted 20s.
For real.
Wow.
Oh, thank God.
All right, Wallace, that spell kind of explodes in your eyes, the radiant blast from Aspen's hands, and you're blinded. Just for a moment, though. Aspen, you hear more skittering behind you, kind of behind and off this direction.
Okay.
And when you look over that way, you notice some groups of smaller spiders, probably about the size of your hand, kind of stretched out. Probably about 6 or 7 of them. They're coming, screaming across the ground at you. So, all right, go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
I stubbed my toe.
Oh my God.
I rolled a nat. Oh, you rolled a natural 1.
Yep.
Did mine go off?
That blinding light, you know.
Yeah, you're going to be at a disadvantage for your action this round.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Wow. All right, Rollis, you seem to recuperate really quickly from that blinding light. Go ahead and do whatever it is you're doing. Are you attacking?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you hit the same one, you do have advantage on it this round. If you hit the same one you already attacked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
no.
that guiding bolt hit it, and that gives you advantage.
Okay, yeah, no, that is the one that I wanted to attack. So, maybe. Please. You haven't been kind. Nope.
You do,
Still
because you had
nothing.
advantage. So you got 14
Oh.
is what you needed to get, and you did get 114. You don't even need to roll. Well, go ahead and roll damage. Go ahead and click on where it says Great Sword, where you just rolled. So 6 plus what? Yeah, whatever.
Plus 2, so 8 damage.
Yeah, and that's way more than you needed. You're not sure if that radiant bolt had kind of slightly loosened or melted the spider, but you swing your greatsword down in a sweeping arc and manage to split this thing almost completely in two. It's almost a dissection, really.
I know, finally! That's probably what he shouts too. It's like, damn, finally!
Who was the next highest?
Not me.
I am.
You are.
Oh boy, and with a 6. What did you get, Aspen? You got a 5. Okay.
A 5, yeah.
So that is one dead spider. Let me go ahead and check something. All right, Aspen and Dan, you guys are having a couple little groups of spiders coming running at you. So I'm just going to use this marker. They won't be able to attack this round, but they are there. And you notice them now as well. But this one,
So
seeing
not within attack range yet.
nope, not yet.
Okay.
They will be next round. That one back there, you scared the shit out of it, but it's still going to fight.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm within range to try to shoot the other big one with my crossbow, right?
Well, 1 second. This one is shooting a
Oh, sorry.
web at Dan.
Oh.
At Brahm. And 17, I think, hits, correct? You have a 15?
I have 15, yeah.
The target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check, bursting webbing on a success. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed. But yeah, you are now bound up in some web.
Okay.
It pointed its spiky butt at you and covered you in goo.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Aspen. Sorry.
So
How
now
far
I
away
may
is that
want
spider
to
from
try.
you?
Sorry, what, Dan?
I'm just wondering how far away that spider is from me. Sorry.
About 10 feet.
So about 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Go ahead, Aspen. Sorry.
So in this round, I can't attack the little spiders, right?
You can.
You can if you move up to him, or you do a range attack.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and, go after the closest spiders to me with my crossbow.
This one here?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shot.
Sorry, what do I roll for that?
On your character sheet, find your
Or
cross.
do I click on the weapon?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, hang on. I did not realize I had a warhammer.
Probably spider's pretty good with that.
Yeah.
If you want to change your mind, you can move up closer to him.
Yeah.
So, are you going to move closer to this one here?
Yeah, real quick. I can't see the full description. Maybe if I... sorry. I'm trying to figure out... I have 2 warhammers. Okay, so this one would do more damage. Okay, so I guess I'll use this
Probably
one.
because it's whether you're wielding it one-handed or two-handed.
Oh.
So if you're wielding it two-handed, then you're not using a shield if you have a shield.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, and I don't, so...
You can go ahead and wield it two-handed.
Sorry about that.
You swing your hammer down and it crashes into the ground and actually cracks the stone, but you don't think you hit any of those little spiders.
Okay.
And by little, I mean not that big. All right, who is next?
Okay.
All right.
I'm into. So, question, because what I want to do is Thunder Wave for 2 effects. One, because it does a 15-foot cube explosion around me, so it's going to hit the little spiders that are next to me.
Mm-hmm.
2, because it's erupting from me, will it break me out of my bindings?
I'd say probably, just because that's fucking cool if it works.
Yeah.
But does it
that's what I'm
require
doing.
does it require you to move? Does it have a?
No.
So you just
I'll
what?
link it real quick for you.
So you like burp roll out or something?
It just says a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you.
Okay.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. All right. Well.
And so that's a spell DC of 14.
All right. Yeah, they didn't make it. Okay. And it's 2d8 damage, huh?
Yep.
Okay, you want to roll that twice for me?
Ugh.
Okay, go ahead and roll it one more time.
And then an 11.
Hey.
All right, so as the fight's progressing, you guys are trying to squish spiders with your weapon. You're hitting the floor a little bit, but they are squirrely, so they're hard to hit. Your hammer slams into the floor, your greatsword does, but you finally get a cut in there. You see one of the spiders shoot webbing at Braum, kind of wrap him up, but he doesn't seem to like that very well, and a loud sound kind of bursts from him, followed by a bit of a shockwave. And a lot of the little tiny spiders just kind of seem to disappear or disintegrate inside the blast. There's only about 2 of them left. And they are not close to you, Aspen. Those guys are gone.
Hey.
Am I still entangled?
No, you are no longer entangled.
Okay, sweet.
Nice.
All right. Initiative,
Oh,
y'all.
and then those are also pushed 10 feet away from me, too.
Okay. So you guys want to go ahead and roll initiative?
Hey.
Nah.
Nice.
Hey, I got a 20 this time. Yes.
Hey.
Teach you to give me disadvantage, DM.
Well, I mean, you're no longer disadvantaged considering you're not in webbing.
Right.
All right. So, yeah, apparently that webbing really pissed you off. So go ahead and go.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to. Because how far away are those spiders from? Or the big spider from the. No, the big spider. So it's about 30 feet from me, and then how far away? So about 20 feet from. Okay. So I'm going to move towards Rawless. So I can basically get right there by her shoulder, and then I'm gonna pull that spider towards us again, hopefully with.
So you're doing a thorn whip again?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
14.
That actually hits.
Yes.
For 5 damage and pull it 10 feet closer to us. So.
All right, is that going to give Ross advantage or opportunity?
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd work that way when a creature is pulled to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
That's a great question. That's going to be a decision on your end. I mean, I know pulling it out of threat range gives an attack, but
Right, pulling it into though. We're gonna go ahead and say no this time. We'll have to check into that though, so that we know for the future.
yeah.
But for right now, we'll say no. All right, so that was Dan. So the spider being pulled towards you decides it's not going to really do a whole lot about it. It kind of raises up an arm threateningly and smacks it into the ground next to you, but nothing really occurs. These guys, having been blown backwards, yeah, I think they're going to try and attack you. So they're going to run up to you. And yeah, and actually, now that I think about it, because when you charge into battle, moving into somebody's threat area doesn't give them an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So
It's just leaving. Yeah.
So Aspen, they're trying to attack you. You've got some spiders trying to crawl. What is your armor class? Do you know? Your AC.
I know where to find it. It is 16.
All right. Well, you're successfully dancing around these spiders. They're not able to get any sort of like grip on your boots or anything like that. Whose turn is it next?
Me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Or are you attacking, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay.
I am.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Please.
That is better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Woohoo.
Click on your where it says greatsword right there.
All right. Let's see.
So 8 plus 2, so 10. All right, you swing your greatsword and manage to cut a couple of the legs off this thing, and it's screaming and it's pissed. It's still kind of wrapped up and stumbling around anyways. And that leaves you, Aspen.
Okay. I was going to ask you something and then I totally forgot. Okay, 1 second. And they're so close they were pretty much able to try to crawl up me, right? And I know I was gonna ask, there's just 2 left, is that what you said?
Correct. And one of them's pretty injured.
Okay. So I think I will do inflict wound.
You're gonna touch the spiders.
It wouldn't be hard because they're actually trying to crawl on you. So go ahead and make it an attack roll. So basically, you just roll a d20. Well, 2 of them, because you'll have advantage on this. They're trying to get on you anyways.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry. I only did 1 because you said 2 after I clicked it.
That's fine. You reach down towards the hand-sized spiders and essentially perform the Cruciatus curse on a poor couple lowly little spiders. You cast inflict pain, and they scream and twitch, and they're upside down on their back, and their little legs are just going, and they die. You have burned the ever-loving soul out of them.
Honestly, I think it would be funnier if you just see her like kind of swiping her like her pant leg. That's how she did it.
All right. So, yeah, initiative. Oh,
God.
it is up and down with you on this one.
Right?
Hey,
Nice.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm
sweet.
bad at navigating quickly.
All right. Well, Brom, you are celebrating victory a little early.
You're right.
Ross, go ahead.
Okay. What I usually do? Attack.
Go and make your roll.
Nice.
All right, this fight's over. There's no use dragging it out. You take the front end of your sword and just pierce it right through this thing, just securing a little victory. It was pretty tripped up anyways. It had gotten yanked around by a thorn whip and had some of its legs chopped off. And it just watched some of the smaller versions of itself get obliterated out of existence. You guys managed to kick up a lot of dust and spiderweb into the air. It's a little hard to breathe in here, kind of hard to see past the torchlight. But you can see around in here. Up above, 25 feet up, there is right here. You can see up where it would connect to that stable up above, the one that had collapsed. And what looks like kind of, this looks like kind of an elevator on chains that could be lowered into the area, probably to lower livestock down into this room. So this is an old livestock room. But we are going to call it there for right now. You guys will take up place back up in this room later. But yeah, it is getting kind of late, so it's 10:15.
Yeah. Oh. Alright.
You guys are officially exterminators. You have squashed the bugs.
Woo!
All right.
Way to rock that last spider.
Oh,
Yeah, you
That was
oh
awesome.
my god.
shish
At
kebab.
this point, I
2
I
crits.
have I never have.
Crit initiative and a crit hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Barbarian truly got pissed.
I mean, yeah. Hell, I was getting frustrated. I couldn't hit a dang thing.
Oh, watch my last couple. The ones I was playing, and it was horrid, dude. All right, well, thank you guys for playing, and thank you to whoever's watching. So we will catch you all later.
Bye, everybody.